This is Nationwide 90 FM, owned and operated by Nationwide News Network Limited. We broadcast from our studios at 14 Ocean Boulevard in the Digicel Center, downtown Kingston, Jamaica. Transmitting on the FM 90 band, 90.3 from Peters Rock in St. Andrew and Murphy Hill in St. Anne. Serving Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Anne, parts of Clarendon, St. Mary and St. Thomas. 90.5 from Huntley in Manchester, transmitting to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Clarendon, rural St. Andrew and parts of St. Thomas. And 90.7 from Cooper's Hill in St. Andrew and Flower Hill in St. James. Serving Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, sections of Trelawney, Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland and St. Anne. Nationwide 90 FM also broadcasts on YouTube and Nationwide 90 FM Live too. RevoNews.ai and on Flow on channel 916. Nationwide 90 FM, a new revolution in media.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 o'clock.
From the studios of Nationwide Radio, morning radio the right way. It's Nationwide This Morning.
A very good morning to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning, Friday, March 27, 2026. Capri suggests the government increase coverage on the catastrophe bond to better respond to future disasters. Finance Minister urges MSMEs to make the most of government contracts reserved for them. Central Kingston MP Donovan Williams files defamation claim against Raytown Councillor Rosalie Hamilton. In regional news, Costa Rica to accept 25 third country deportees from the U.S. every week. In international news, Trump extends deadline for striking Iran's energy plants to April 7. In sports, Jamaica beat New Caledonia 1-0, keeping FIFA World Cup dream alive. And in business, Companies Office of Jamaica to transition core compliance filing to online modality. The details after the break.
Every day, Rosie has a glass of fruit drink with breakfast, an energy drink on the way to work, a flavored water with lunch, and 2 glasses of soda with dinner, which adds up to more than 50 teaspoons of sugar a day. And all that extra sugar could bring on obesity. Are we drinking ourselves sick? 71% of Jamaicans support a tax on sugary drinks. Help tackle obesity and protect our children's future. A message from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica.
Catch the first news of the day. A comprehensive package of local, international, sports, and business news. The news at 6 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Executive Director of Caribbean Policy Research Institute, CAPRI, Professor Damien King, says a continued focus on debt reduction will keep the country in a strong position to respond to future disasters. He says it would be foolhardy to apply the brakes to debt reduction, given Jamaica's exposure to potential shocks.
COVID, Melissa, every time we have a disaster, the debt goes back up. So it is important that you are starting off with a low debt load so that you can manage and so that your international lenders and local lenders don't get too concerned if it goes up. All of which is to say that there has been a debate occasionally in Jamaica about whether, now that we are down close to 60%, if we can sort of, ease off on focusing on debt reduction and divert those resources to other pressing needs. Perhaps if you are not one of the most vulnerable economies in the world. But in light of that, lowering your ongoing public debt is the foundation of resilience. So that's recommendation number 1. Keep focusing on debt reduction.
Professor King was speaking on Thursday at a CAPRI event held to break down the budget for the 2026-27 fiscal year. Hurricane Melissa is the single most economically devastating event to strike Jamaica. Damage is estimated at about 2 trillion Jamaican dollars. Professor King discussed several things he felt are critical to ensuring Jamaica can remain viable in an environment where a crisis is almost always on the horizon. He says despite competing priorities, the country would be wise to pursue a larger catastrophe bond.
So you get a bigger cat bond, it's more payment. You get more insurance, it's a higher premium. It's expensive. It's expensive at a time when citizens and other cabinet members are harassing the Minister of Finance because of security, because of public health, because of the condition of the road. So how can we justify having this additional call on the recurrent budget? Well, here's the thing. The cost is going to be paid anyway. The cost is paid when the hurricane hits, when the disaster comes. The question is not whether we can afford the additional recurring cost. The question is, do you want to pay it on an annual basis or wait till Melissa comes and then somebody has to pay for it all at once? It has to be paid for. You decide whether you want to wait till it hits and then we get another new tax package.
Professor Damien King, Executive Director of the Caribbean Policy Research Institute. Micro and small businesses are being urged to take full advantage of the 20% of government contracts set aside especially for them. The encouragement is coming from Finance Minister Favour Williams.
Even if it's just, say, 25% of the projected set-aside amount was awarded to micro and small enterprises, that would represent $9.2 billion flowing into Jamaica's micro and small business sector. And that is not a small number. I believe that would be transformational. That level of participation would mean more contracts for micro and small Jamaican firms, more revenues circulating in the local economy, more jobs, more business formalization, and greater productive capacity. It would also mean that public procurement is working not only as an expenditure function, but as a development instrument.
She was speaking at a public meeting for micro and small business owners in Hope Road on Thursday. The meeting focused on informing businesses about the procurement process and how they can bid to secure government contracts. It was also designed to remove the misconceptions from the minds of small entrepreneurs who feel as if government contracts are only for big business people. Since 2019, the government has been reserving 20% of its contracts for small businesses, but the take-up has been lower than desired. Minister Williams says intense work is underway to change this reality.
That is exactly what we're now moving to fix. The Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is working with the Public Procurement Commission to establish a system under which qualifying MSMEs can be verified in advance and placed on a readily accessible list for the use by procuring entities. Once that system is operational, entities across government will no longer have to start from scratch every time they wish to apply a set-aside. Instead, they will be able to identify verified suppliers more efficiently and with greater confidence.
Favour Williams, Finance Minister. Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says there must be transparency and accountability from the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, in light of its communication that its customers should brace for an increase in energy bills.
I've seen the press release from the JPS in relation to increases due to the Middle East war. Not surprising based on obviously the increase in the cost of fuel. However, I'm making sure that the OUR is on top of it in relation to the justifications and the amounts so that we make sure that there is transparency and accountability.
Darrell Vaz, Energy Minister. In a statement on Wednesday, JPS said the ongoing conflict in the Middle East is already impacting fuel prices, noting increases in the cost of petrol used for both transportation and electricity generation. The company says global oil prices have moved from about $60 per barrel in December 2025 to over $100 per barrel in March 2026. JPS says fuel-related charges on electricity bills are directly linked to current market prices, meaning any increase in fuel costs will be reflected in what customers pay. Member of Parliament for Central Kingston, Donovan Williams, has filed a claim against the councillor for the Raytown Division, Rosalie Hamilton, alleging defamation arising from a series of voice notes circulating on WhatsApp and later disseminated more widely. The claim was filed in the Supreme Court by his attorney, Redain Richardson. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
According to the particulars of claim, Williams, who also serves as a Minister of State and Attorney at Law, contends that Hamilton made and shared multiple statements on or about March 23, 2026, which he says falsely accused him of corruption, dishonesty, and abuse of public office. The claim asserts that the recordings were initially shared within a WhatsApp group of approximately 20 members, but were subsequently reposted across social media platforms and reported in mainstream media. The statements, as outlined in the claim, allegedly suggest that Williams engaged in improper dealings involving public contracts, misappropriation of funds, and fraudulent conduct. The claim further notes that some of the remarks implied involvement in serious criminal activity, including an allegation connected to the death of an individual. Williams argues that the statements were presented as factual assertions and were understood as such by those who heard them. He maintains that the allegations are wholly false, baseless, and without any evidential foundation. The filing explicitly denies that he has ever solicited or received illicit payments, engaged in corruption, falsified documents, or abused his office. The claim also places emphasis on the extent of the publication, arguing that Hamilton either intended or was reckless as to the likelihood that the statements would spread beyond the original WhatsApp group. It states that the subsequent republication significantly amplified the damage, exposing Williams to public scrutiny, reputational harm, and calls for investigation. Williams contends that the allegations have caused serious injury to his reputation, both in his political capacity and his profession as an attorney at law. He further claims that the matter has escalated into a national controversy, affecting his credibility, professional relationships, and personal life. The lawsuit alleges that Hamilton acted maliciously or with reckless disregard for the truth, pointing to the language used in the recordings and what it describes as a deliberate effort to damage his reputation. As part of the claim, Williams is seeking general, aggravated, and exemplary damages, as well as injunctive relief, interest, and legal costs. He is also asking the courts to consider various forms of evidence, including WhatsApp chat histories, voice recordings, and media reports. Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, Councillor Hamilton has responded to the defamation claim, suggesting it was factually and legally inaccurate. The response was penned by her attorney, Rita Camille Allen Brown. Allen Brown says her client explicitly denies publishing anything to the social media platform TikTok. As a result, she says it's legally and practically impossible for her client to take down content she did not upload. The attorney says liability on that platform for any amplified harm rests solely with third parties. The attorney also says that MP Williams' claim lacks required legal specificity, arguing that her client cannot apologize for statements which have not been provided. She says, so far from being a reckless regard for the truth, her client's statements were grounded in her experience as councillor for the Raytown Division. It says her assertions regarding constituency projects, contracts, and Christmas work are matters within her purview. The letter says her statements were an exercise in absolute transparency, aimed at ensuring accountability and the proper administration of public resources within the constituency. And the attorney issued a cease and desist to Donovan Williams on behalf of Councillor Hamilton. The cease and desist order alleges that the MP has engaged in repeated and unwelcome contact. It says, as a result, Hamilton is fearful for her well-being and personal safety. A member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, has been charged with the June 2025 murder of a man in St. Mary. He is Constable Alwyn Hill. Constable Hill was placed before the St. Mary Parish Court on Wednesday in relation to a shooting incident while he was off duty. The incident, which happened on June 8, 2025 in Preston Hill, St. Mary, resulted in the death of Ricardo Small and the shooting injury of a woman. It's alleged that the incident was sparked by a verbal exchange and physical confrontation between Small and Constable Hill. The police constable was charged with murder, use of a firearm to commit a felony, and wounding with intent. He was granted bail in the sum of $750,000 with 1 to 3 sureties and reporting conditions. The next court date is scheduled for December 3 this year. Since 2024, 61 police personnel have been charged for incidents investigated by Indicom. Of that number, 5 members of the JCF and 1 correctional officer were charged this year. Over 2,000 police personnel have been promoted in the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF. That's according to National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang.
More than 2,200 police officers, including over 250 gazetted ranks, have been promoted through transparent, merit-based system. This is not accidental, it is intentional. We have invested heavily in human resource development. In a focused way, recruitment has been expanded and training capacity has been increased. New training programs and certification opportunities have been introduced to ensure that every officer is equipped not only with the physical skills for the job, but also with the intellectual and ethical foundation necessary for modern policing.
Dr. Chang was speaking at the passing out parade and awards ceremony at the National Police College on Wednesday. He says since 2018, the JCF has recruited more than 7,000 individuals into the force. He notes that the current JCF is a model for all other police forces in the Caribbean and Western Hemisphere. Dr. Chang says the government continues to invest heavily in the JCF to meet the demands of modern society.
For decades, the Jamaica's Constabulary Force carried the weight of long-standing legacy issues, outdated infrastructure, inadequate resources, poor working conditions, limited opportunities for advancement. Those challenges have been confronted head-on. We have restructured compensation for police officers, ensuring that those who serve and protect are better rewarded for their sacrifice. We have strengthened staff welfare arrangements. We have established clear pathways for career advancement so that your progress within the forces is determined by merit, discipline, and performance.
Dr. Horace Chang, National Security Minister. And that's it for the local segment of the news. Up next, regional and international.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:17.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
The regional and international news roundup is brought to you by Hanes Underwear. Cool, comfortable clothing all day long.
In regional and international news this morning, regional news. Costa Rica says it will accept 25 migrants deported from the United States each week as part of an agreement with the Trump administration. Public Security Minister Maria Zamora Cordero made the announcement in a video statement on Thursday. The pact was signed on Monday during a visit by U.S. Special Envoy for the so-called Shield of the Americas, Kristi Noem, to the Central American country. Noem has been traveling through Latin America with recent stops in Guyana and Ecuador. Costa Rica joins a growing number of countries across Africa and the Americas that have signed agreements under the U.S.'s policy of deporting immigrants to third countries. Those who have previously agreed include Caribbean islands like Dominica and St. Kitts and Nevis. Also in the region, Guyana and Honduras have announced their participation in the program. International U.S. President Donald Trump said he would again extend a deadline for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz or have its energy plants destroyed. The latest extension comes after Tehran rejected a 15-point U.S. proposal to end the fighting. Posting on social media after a cabinet meeting at the White House on Thursday, Trump said he would pause threatened attacks on Iranian energy plants for 10 days, that is, until April 6 at 8 p.m. In the post, he said the new pause was in response to an Iranian request. There was no immediate reaction from Tehran. At the start of the week, Trump announced a halt to all threatened strikes against power plants and energy infrastructure for 5 days. And that's it for regional and international. Up next, sports.
The regional and international news roundup was brought to you by Hanes Underwear. Cool, comfortable clothing all day long.
In today's economy, smart investments matter more than ever. And real estate, it's one of the best you can make. But success starts with knowledge and regulation. That's where the Real Estate Training Institute comes in. Whether you're buying, selling, or starting a career in real estate, make sure you're trained and certified. Invest in yourself. Contact the Real Estate Training Institute today. Visit reb.gov.jm to get started.
Jay, you know say Mikey no come?
Hold on.
No, sir. That sound like consumption.
What that?
Tuberculosis, aka TB.
Now all time something that. After nobody not get that again.
So you think TB still the boat?
If you have a cough for more than 2 weeks with fever, night sweats, and weight loss, go to your doctor or health center and get tested now. Let's be vigilant and stop the spread of TB infections. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Unlock winnings, unlock value, unlock postpaid with Digicel. Sign up for your postpaid plan now, win $1 million. When you sign up and unlock postpaid with Digicel, you can win up to $1 million and more. Just sign up or switch to postpaid, upgrade or activate an add-on in the My Digicel app. Pay your bill in full on time and you can win an iPhone 17 Pro Max every week. A bill write-off up to 10 grand, a grand prize of $1 million. Unlock winnings with Digicel. Better connected.
Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Conditions apply. Promotion valid from February 6 to April 4.
Time now for your morning sports. Jamaica beat New Caledonia 1-0 at Akron Stadium in Guadalajara, Mexico on Thursday night, keeping alive their hopes of making it to the FIFA World Cup this summer. Bailey Cadamarteri, who played club football at Wrexham in England, scored the lone goal on 18 minutes. With the win, Jamaica now moves to face Democratic Republic of Congo in a winner-take-all showdown at the same stadium next Tuesday. The winner will book a spot at the World Cup to be hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico. To champs now, Joseph Salmon of Jamaica College broke the national junior record in the Class 1 boys discus to highlight Day 3 of the Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Champs at the National Stadium on Thursday. Salmon threw 67.55 meters to win gold and retained his title, while erasing the old mark of 66.88 meters set in 2011 by Travis Michael, then of Calabar High. Kamari Kennedy of Calabar took silver with a personal best 60.84 meters, and third went to Regime Street of Monroe, also with a lifetime best 59.13 meters. Meanwhile, Jason Pitter of Kingston College became the first Class 2 athlete in the history of champs to dip below 46 seconds for the 400 meters. Pitter ran 45.76 seconds to win the event and in the process shattered Christopher Taylor's champs record of 46.33 seconds set in 2016. So impressive was Pitter that he ran much faster than the Class 1 winner Paul Henry, who took gold in 46.21 seconds. And Jamaica College and Edwin Allen continue to lead the respective standings after 3 days. JC are out front in the boys section with 127 points after 15 finals. Now that's 47 clear of defending champions Kingston College on 80, and third place Calabar with 68.5. On the girls' side, Edwin Allen earned 100.5 points after 16 finals, while Homewood and Immaculate are tied for second with 62 points. Day 4 gets underway in just under 3 hours from now. Captain Hayley Matthews believes the West Indies women can use their familiarity with Warner Park to their advantage when they face Australia in the opening one-day international on Friday. Speaking ahead of the contest, Matthews says playing at a venue they know well could help settle the team early, particularly against a formidable Australian side that recently completed a 3-0 sweep in the T20 International Series. The Windies captain acknowledged the disappointment of that whitewash, but stressed that the ODI format presents a fresh opportunity for her team to reset and respond.
Saying that we've played so much cricket here, we know the conditions. I guess we know the ins and outs of the field and what it's like, and I guess what areas we might be looking to score based on the conditions around. So yeah, I think we certainly would have the advantage when it comes to the knowledge of the ground, and hopefully that plays really well into the results as well too. I think it's going to be super important that when we do have our plans, we execute really well. Australia is obviously a team that's really good, and I guess if you barely miss on execution, they kind of try to take advantage of that. So we're going to have to be really disciplined as a group.
Matthews also emphasized the importance of home support, noting that a strong turnout could provide the extra motivation needed to challenge the visitors.
We're certainly looking forward to another series here. Hopefully it brings about some more success as well. And yeah, hopefully we can see some Ekatition people come out, support and rally.
Hayley Matthews wrapping up your morning sports.
Morning after morning, you've made Nationwide 90 FM part of your routine. So let's take this connection one step closer. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club and be part of it officially on Patreon.
Family. Family.
In business this morning, the Companies Office of Jamaica COJ is set to begin the transition to online-only processing for 9 core compliance filings effective April 1. The move will end in-person processing for the services as part of the agency's continued digitization initiative. In a statement to the media, COJ says the transition will be implemented in 2 phases. In phase 1, starting April 1, business name renewals, business closures, letters of good standing, and status letter requests will move to online-only processing. In addition, customers completing business name renewal will receive a downloadable e-certificate and will no longer need to visit an office to collect a physical copy. Phase 2, which takes effect on July 1, will extend online-only processing to status quo annual returns, status quo beneficial ownership returns, registered office notices, appointments or changes of company secretary, and appointments or changes of directors. The COJ says the move is intended to improve service delivery by reducing processing times, increasing convenience, and expanding access to COJ services. Overseas, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese has sought to reassure Australians that the country's fuel supply remains secure amid rising fuel prices and following reports of panic buying and petrol stations running dry since the start of the Iran war. Albanese told reporters on Friday that the longer the war goes on, the greater the impact will be. But he says his administration will continue to prepare and shield Australians from the worst of it. There have been reports of truck drivers and other motorists stranded, while businesses say rising costs are affecting their viability. The government says demand and distribution issues have caused shortages rather than supply, which it says remains at the same level as before the war began. Energy Minister Chris Bowen said alongside Albanese that for the next few weeks, Australia's supply of petrol and diesel and oil will be the same, if not higher, than it normally would be. In foreign exchange trading, the Jamaican dollar has lost 32 cents and will open against the benchmark US dollar, selling for an average $158.94. Against the Canadian, the Jamaican has lost 33 cents and will open selling for an average $115.52. And finally, the Jamaican has gained $1.37 and will open trading for an average $211.87 against the British pound. And that's it for business this morning.
Register your property or update an existing title through the Land Administration and Management Division. The time by the National Land Agency is
6:30.
Looking for a partner on your financial journey? Look no further. JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union Limited offers attractive loan specials and easy savings plans. Plus, becoming a member is simple. If you're over the age of 16 and want to join a credit union that truly cares about your financial wellness, you may be eligible for membership. Conditions apply. Call or visit us at www.jpscu.com to find out more and start building your future today. JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union Limited, your financial partner for life.
This station raised me. It gave me a voice. And if Nationwide has ever meant something to you, come on in. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Over a month ago, we invited you to be a part of something special, something different. And you know what? Over 500 of you said, all right, we're in. That means over 500 of you decided to move from just being a listener to being a part of the family. The Nationwide Family Club isn't just an idea anymore. It's real, it's growing, and it feels good.
And because Family looks out for family, for the entire month of March, we're doing something extra. Every single week, one Family Club member will win a $25,000 supermarket voucher. That's 4 winners, 4 weeks, 4 real chances. Because when you stick with us, we believe you should feel it. Loyalty shouldn't just be appreciated, it should feel rewarded.
The Nationwide Family Club is where you, our listeners, come closer. Not just hearing the stories, but seeing how they're made. Not just listening to the voices, but connecting with the people behind them. In the Family Club, you get early access to documentaries, exclusive content on air, member-only conversations, birthday shout-outs, breaking news alerts, and depending on your tier, studio experiences and private live streams. That's not just regular radio. That's family access.
This isn't just a subscription. It's connection. It's community. It's saying, I support what you do, and I want to be closer to it. More content, more interactions, more behind the scenes, and no, more chances to win.
And if you've been watching from the sidelines, we've been saving a seat for you. Join today. Be a part of the first 1,000 family members. And this March, you could be one of 4 people walking away with a $25,000 supermarket voucher. Go to patreon.com/Nationwide News Network, the Nationwide Family Club, closer than radio, stronger than ever, and growing with you, our family.
Or you come from jungle, could have come from firehouse, or you come from Tower Hill. One blood, one blood, one blood. You coulda come from Libya or you come from America. Coulda come from Europe or you come from Africa. One blood, one blood, one blood. You coulda be a Irishman or a Englishman. Coulda be a Mexican or a with a Indian. One blood, one blood, one blood. Hey mate, boy, I want you to get me straight. Cooperate, hey mate, I want you to get me straight. Hey come, do you believe in love, love? Hey blow, this is no joke. You coulda be a soldier man or a weather policeman or a weather civilian. Said the whole of we are one blood, one blood, one blood. You coulda come from London or you come from Birmingham. Coulda come from Brooklyn or you come from Boston. One blood, one blood, one blood. The fussing and fighting, tribal war, racial war, the blood.
This you got to understand that we must all live as one. So many times we have been victimized, and so many times they try to criticize by scandaling and plunder our name. Try to
Me, you, Kimon, Michelle, King. What are we? What are we? What are we?
Because we are one big family, living in harmony. Yes,
May I?
we are one big family.
Good morning, listeners and viewers. It's a joy to be here. It's a joy to be free. It's a joy to be alive. It's a joy to be unencumbered by the kind of illness that has struck down so many people. And we don't appreciate these things until they are removed from us. I don't want to show appreciation to the force that makes all this possible this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Say it again now.
Say it again.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tana. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Tana. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. You know,
Hope you guys are having a good morning. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. It's the beginning of the new weekend. No, but there's something that George needs to do.
which is what? I don't remember.
You promised the people a performance.
Oh no, man! You see how you stay? It's a duet, you know. But you know, do your part, you know. Yeah, beat me out there, you know.
No, we're gonna go one by one.
No, man. Hear me, I say. Hear me, I say.
I've got to be there, alright.
Hear me, I say, no. Hear me, I say, no. You know the time, you know. Listen. Hold on, King. Don't give me music, man. We have did some things we have overnight. So I stayed up late to watch the Reggae Boys beat New Caledonia 1-0. Forget performance, that's not important. It's the win. And one step closer. So DRC next Tuesday, and that's where it is. So congratulations to the Reggae Boys under Rudolph Speed's leadership, Miguel Coley and company, beating New Caledonia to take us one step closer to a berth at the FIFA World Cup. Tana, you know, it is a joy to see as time passes, people get better. Because the young miss who won the Class 100 at Champs from Holland High, and I have to big up Holland High because my niece and my nephew, the Blacks, they go to Holland High. Morning, Neville, the patriarch. Shanoya Douglas, she ran 10.98 to win gold. Now, understand this. When I ran at Champs in 97, yes? I went in with a personal best of 11 seconds flat. And I recorded that at, usually before Champs, you had, back in those days, you had the last event before Champs was the National Hurdles and Field Events Championships, which you don't have anymore. And the Saturday before that would be the John Woolmer Invitational. So they had it on the grass at Woolmer's and thing.
Yeah.
And it was that Saturday that, you know, I flew, you know, me and my brethren from St. Jago, Damien Blackwood,
came across together. Flash time, hand time, them time, 11 flat. And I say, yes. I was just working on my start. So the 11 flat time, because the coach never really tell us the times we were running at training. So the 11 flat, just working on the start and then just cruising the rest of the way, suggested that I had sub 11 in me. As I did. Boy, it never worked out that way. They are champs, Monroe College, the class 2, Paul Thompson won the 100 that year.
Yeah.
I went as far as semis in the 200, and the 200 was won by a guy from Camperdown named Chris McKenzie. Now, I say all that to say, Donna, when me there class 2, me never run 10.98. This young miss from Holland, Shania Douglas, 10.98. She was catching birds on a run, she a fly. And I just want to say congratulations to her and all her handlers, and a proud moment for Holland High. And no praise can be too high for the team that has helped her to mark that accomplishment. These things really excite me. And also, I heard Nora Gabe Anton saying that Merle Grove had won the first gold medal in their history.
Wow.
In the discus.
Yeah.
Yeah? And I want to congratulate Merle Grove. I told him that, listen, that young miss deserves a permanent poster at that school on Constant Spring Road, because she's a history maker.
Yeah.
And these are the things that inspire the next generation. So, but still can't wrap my head how a girl in high school around them time, I know Alana Reid, of course, is the record holder, and that was uber impressive. Yes, Shania Douglas is for me also very impressive, because me just use the thing say as a class 2 we can run left every girl that got champs. Okay, you could a regular, and even though the class 2 boys can beat them, but I'm just saying me back in them day, should I give me donkey lens?
What I want to know is so I'm looking at the point standings on the boys' side, George.
It's over.
That was my
It's
question.
over. It done, man.
If that's it, or today and tomorrow, the other teams can still.
It finished. If man them was a work is burning in the fields.
Yeah.
Yeah. The JC man them. Yeah man. Then can start plan for next year, chaps. It done. It done.
Yeah,
it done.
because they're at what 127.
Purple man them kind of weak, and the green man them take the year off. Because I can't describe Calabar's performance any other way. No, but it knows you're true. They've taken the year off, right, King? Yeah, it's the essence of Calabar they are champ this year, not Calabar, not Rabalak. Yeah, it's just a whiff of Calabar. Yeah, it's over, man. Boys champs done.
127 points after 15 finals, and KC is on 80, and Calabar 68 and a half. Yeah.
Done. It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Edwin Allen,
Yeah.
let me see here. Edwin Allen, 100.5 points on the girls' side, and Homewood and Immaculate tie for second with 62 points.
Yeah.
So this is over too?
The girls, there may still be a little twist. But yeah. So I'll say this that yesterday when I went to Case, hey, I don't know, you're not supposed to can't learn a case. It's when you drive in and you just lush.
Yeah.
And then when you go around the admin and you look over, like you're up on a hill and you look up on the sea. I just a blurred, what idyllic environment. Anyway, so I took a few photos with some people. I mean, nationwide listeners, they're everywhere, as you know. So this girl came to me now, she's a case student, and she said, boy, she don't listen to radio. But her grandfather said her. And her grandfather told her, said she must come to me, and So I said, all right, let's take a picture. She said, no, we can't take a picture because I'm blind. So, so we said,
Did you do a voice note?
we do a video. We do a video, yeah, man. We do a video. We do a video, I think. So I forgot his name. So, Mr. Sir in Portland, your daughter goes to Case. You sent her yesterday. And I hope I could have put a smile on your face. Yeah?
Good morning
when you play it back. All right? It's some good people. Some good people came. Yeah, man. Some
Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And look at all the folks who support JC running out in the chat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Craig McKenzie says, no boy touch JC.
Yeah, man. Them man. It done, man. It done.
Incredible. Well, there will be one happy camper in here for sure.
Oh, you mean Kareem? Hello. Him don't need no invitation?
No.
I expect to see Kareem coming in full blue this afternoon. Full blue. Which David? Oh, Neat McNish. Yes. Because he live across the road. Yeah. Two JC, man.
And I think he was in blue yesterday too.
Yeah, man, two JC, man. They are happy. And they
Very
deserve
happy
to be happy.
campers in here today.
Hold on. Roy went to which school? Judas Roy. Calabar did go? No, son. The K team used to go. He play football for Calabar? Or money football? Almost money football. yeah. So we don't know win the medal yet.
No, sir.
For real?
For us. You're better at football.
Oh, you're not going good in the football?
Yeah.
But it's a joy. Listen.
Yeah.
Champs today is going to be lit.
Mm-hmm.
And even though JC have effectively killed off the competition already, you know the KC people are going to be the loudest in the stadium.
Oh, I've seen them out on social media.
That's what
They're
they do.
gonna show up. But I love it. I love seeing the fans come out, the old boys come out, and the women who support the KC athletes and their husbands or old boys. Everybody come out with the kids and have a good time.
Where were you when we were talking about Calabar? I told Tana that Calabar took the year off. Yeah. But as long as KC know with him happy. Yeah? Hey, let me tell you this.
And tell me something, Issa. So they had a race with the content creators, male content creators. So where's the female?
Well,
content
who won that?
creator
Who
race?
won that?
I think it was Prince Pine.
Oh.
But
Batsiki drop?
no, I never dropped. Batsiki never dropped. Batsiki come like third.
Oh yeah, I say. It was 100 meters?
Yeah.
I never saw it. Find the race, King. Find the race. They should have 100 meters for media.
Yes.
Yeah,
that would be awesome too. That would be awesome.
No, it wouldn't be.
Yes, it would.
No, sir.
What do you mean?
The battle for second place. Tana would have murder everything. Everything come dead.
I'd go out there.
Yes,
I'd be out there, man.
You run.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so would I win? Would I take the sprint double?
For sure.
It's a line it up, man. You need to have a media 100
Yeah.
meter sprint at champs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Would I win, man?
Basically, post race said something like he never knew he would medal.
Eh?
He never knew he would have reached the podium.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, the podium finish. Yeah, he came third.
Yeah,
Him running up.
I love that.
So somebody's saying, Little Miss Rudy saying Prince Pine didn't win. He came second. So who came first?
Then why you not tell who come first?
Yeah, who
Tell
was
who come
first?
first, man.
Right, because I know I saw Prince Pine and Bad Sicky. Yeah. So I need to have the female version. There are so many female content creators in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on there. Ryan McCullough says, George, you can't win Jermaine from TVJ. Which Jermaine? Or Jermaine? You mean Tripey?
That went to Monroe?
Oh, God. Man. Oh, God. No, man.
Good morning to you, Jeremy.
Morning, Jermaine, bro. We don't have only for it, you know. I want to about sprinting now, man. Oh, God, man. Ask about me, man. Ask about me.
So they're saying Natalie Duhaney says Supreme, the content creator Supreme, was first.
Okay.
Yeah, and Little Miss Rudy has jumped back in to say that as well.
Okay.
So it's Supreme first, Prince Pine second, and Bad Sicky.
Blessed Mercy,
Third.
favor say Upper Frankfield now go normal Monday morning. Hey, them celebrate them. The celebration at Edwin Allen, no normal, you know.
Mhm.
Street parade, you know. And
I see them
yeah,
here.
man. Yeah, man.
Lovely.
Mad.
I can imagine at JC. Whew.
Yeah.
True blue.
Anyway. Oh
Yeah.
boy, it's a joy. Give us some tune and take away with the king.
Really wanna learn the golden rule. Alright then, see. Good morning, teacher. Long time we reach ya. Alright again. Children got to school, now we learn from the teacher. Whoa. Sister came down to church, now we hear from the preacher. Alright again. Me and me woman take a trip, so we go into pizza. Alright then. Me love my back, them come out of the sea, yeah. Alright again. Two big sound, them jumping in the window. Alright then.
this morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:49.
JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union offers financial solutions for every stage in your life: savings, auto loans, mortgages, and more. The temperature by JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union, your financial partner for life, is
25 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 25 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 19 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
Remember the first time, the first glance, the first touch. This Easter weekend, rediscover that feeling at Couples Resorts. Escape to a couples-only all-inclusive paradise with gourmet dine-in, premium cocktails, and unforgettable ocean views, all included. Jamaican residents can celebrate your Easter escape with exclusive rates from $405 USD per night, valid through April 30th. Visit couples.com/residents. Couples Resorts, like the first time, every time.
Boy, I'm glad we get away to the beach for Easter.
I'm glad you bring the Maxfield Easter bun.
One thing connect them all.
Maxfield for maximum satisfaction.
Order by WhatsApp at 455-0144.
If you love the vibes, the laughs, and the real talk, then you're one of us. Don't just listen, belong. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club on Patreon.
Someone in the chat says, George, Dwayne Extall might run nephew. I think we have a part in Kerry. I never remember about Dwayne. I never remember about it. I never the royalty that I wrote it. So, yes. Oh, crap. But Jordan Fort.
Jordan? Yeah.
Well, no.
That's competition.
A Jordan brother, the athlete than a Jordan.
Oh, but Jordan look like him. Can run.
I'm sure about Dwayne next time. I'm not sure about Jordan. Morning, Jordan. Morning, Dwayne. Anyway, Ludlow, good morning. If you have a traffic correspondent race, Ludlow, let's start the race, because I don't feel think that. Good morning, Ludlow.
Good morning.
Morning.
Where's PQ? PC. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Morning. This boat race, you're going to find it peculiar this morning. No, those of you coming off the Mandela, you're taking 6 miles, or you're going Washington Boulevard, and I suggest you could take Duhaney Drive onto the Meadowbrook Estate area there, going through Queensbury Drive, and then onto Perkins Boulevard. There is a little build up there, but once you clear there, and it depends on where you're going. If you clear there after that build up, it's a steady flow going along ready. And I suggest that if you go in any road like Mannington Road or across the Constance, that is the road you could take. There are gaps along Reddy's Road. Build up is really the intersection of Meadowbrook Avenue and Reddy's Road. Then it's free flowing again all the way, just as again before you get to Elizabeth Avenue off Reddy's Road again. But if you're going across Elizabeth Avenue, it's a pretty good movement there. Also, Mannington Road flowing, but at the intersection of Mannington Road, Constance Road, you'll also have a little bit of there. And that's in the Mary Brown corner. Going through Charlton, however, it's good movement. Going across the Shortwood Road, you'll see a number of vehicles moving, but it's good movement all the way. If you're going through Shortwood Lane to get onto Brampton Road, you also have a little bit up there. And Barbican Road, for the moment, there is traffic, but it's moving, going around. It's going to be late, I can tell you that, as the morning progresses. So it's our first support. It's nice and cool. Sunny, but nice and cool. So until about 7:18, 7:20, back to you, George.
Thank you. Thank you, Lord there with Street Smarts 1. Up next, Word of the Day.
Word of the day, spelled W-I-L-L-I-W-A-W, spelled W-I-L-L-I-W-A-W.
Willy Wah. Willy Wah. Willy Wah.
So, your word of the day is Willy Wah. It's a noun, and it means a violent squall that blows in near polar latitudes, as in the Strait of Alaska. Willy Wah is your word of the day. A state of great turmoil. It can also mean that. Willy Wah, W-I-L-L-I-W-A-W. And Dictionary.com is saying that the word was first recorded between 1835 and 1845. To use it in a sentence, the captain reported a severe willy waw that almost capsized the vessel. Willy waw is your word of the day. Up next, your features at the top of the hour, the news.
Have you ever sat and thought about what your parenting style is? This week on Parenting Tips, we will look at some of the styles of parenting and what they entail. One of the interesting things about being a parent is that there is great variation in how we raise our children. At the same time, there are many commonalities from one parent to another. In fact, there is enough similarity that researchers have tried to group parents into 4 common parenting styles. Your parenting style refers to the combination of strategies that you use to raise your children. The work of Diane Baumrind in the 1960s created one commonly referenced categorization of parenting styles. The 4 Baumrind parenting styles have distinct names and characteristics: authoritarian or disciplinarian, permissive or indulgent, uninvolved, and authoritative. Authoritarian parents are often thought of as disciplinarians. They use a strict discipline style with little negotiation possible. Punishment is common. Communication is mostly one way, from parent to child. Rules usually are not explained. Parents with this style are typically less nurturing. Expectations are high with limited flexibility. Permissive or indulgent parents mostly let their children do what they want and offer limited guidance or direction. They are more like friends than parents. Their discipline style is the opposite of strict. They have limited or no rules and mostly let children figure problems out on their own. Communication is open, but these parents let children decide for themselves rather than giving direction. Uninvolved parents give children a lot of freedom and generally stay out of their way. Some parents may make a conscious decision to parent in this way, while others are less interested in parenting or unsure of what to do. No particular discipline style is utilized. An uninvolved parent lets a child mostly do what he wants, probably out of a lack of information or caring. Communication is limited. Authoritative parents are reasonable and nurturing and set high, clear expectations. Children with parents who demonstrate this style tend to be self-disciplined and think for themselves. This style is thought to be most beneficial to children. Disciplinary rules are clear, and the reasons behind them are explained. Communication is frequent and appropriate to the child's level of understanding. Expectations and goals are high but stated clearly. Children may have input into goals. Though there are a number of parenting styles, few people fit neatly into one single category. Many rather raise children using a combination of styles. Think of the 4 styles as a continuum instead of 4 distinct ways to parent. Ideally, you should think about your child or children and what they need from you at specific points in their life. That's it for Parenting Tips this week.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM.
When you have been granted a job interview date and the day has finally arrived, if you plan and prepare properly, you should feel nervous about your job interview regardless. This is Lifestyle Pages on Conduct with Management. The Human Resources or Personnel Department has informed you that you were successful in the job interview and will be placed in the position for which you applied. From the first day on the job, you must learn how to conduct yourself with management and the other members of staff. And this includes the janitorial staff. Conduct with management. There are 6 rules that you must learn. 1. Address superior officers by their title. Dr., Mr., Mrs., Miss, even though they may call you by your first name. In the presence of clients and outsiders, also address your co-workers by their title. 2. Avoid discussing business matters outside of the business place. Do not discuss your boss with anyone at any time. Be loyal to your boss and others. 3. Pay particular attention to the channels of authority and do not go over anyone's head at any time. Do not complain about or critique anyone to your supervisors or your superior to anyone. I'm Valerie, and those were Lifestyle Pages.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Jamaica, let's make road safety a priority. Slow down, stay focused. Remember, every life matters. The time brought to you by the JIS is...
News time, 7 o'clock.
One nation, one purpose, to rebuild stronger than before. Build it to last with tools and equipment from National Supply. The temperature by National Supply is
25 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 25 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 19 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
The most credible news in the morning. The news at 7 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Coming up in the news today, Friday, March 27, 2026, Capri suggests government increase coverage under catastrophe bond to better respond to future disasters. Finance Minister urges MSME to make the most of the government contracts reserved for them. Central Kingston MP Donovan Williams files defamation suit against Raytown Councillor Rosie Hamilton. And in international news, Trump extends deadline for striking Iran's energy plants.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Executive Director of Caribbean Policy Research Institute Capri, Professor Damian King, says a continued focus on debt reduction will keep the country in a strong position to respond to future disasters. He says it would be foolhardy to apply the brakes to debt reduction given Jamaica's exposure to potential shocks.
COVID, Melissa, every time we have a disaster, the debt goes back up. So it is important that you are starting off with a low debt load so that you can manage and so that your international lenders and local lenders don't get too concerned if it goes up. All of which is to say that there has been a debate occasionally in Jamaica about whether, now that we are down close to 60%, if we can sort of, ease off on focusing on debt reduction and divert those resources to other pressing needs. Perhaps if you are not one of the most vulnerable economies in the world. But in light of that, lowering your ongoing public debt is the foundation of resilience. So that's recommendation number 1. Keep focusing on debt reduction.
Professor King was speaking Thursday at a Capri event held to break down the budget for the 2026-27 fiscal year. Hurricane Melissa is the single most economically devastating event to strike Jamaica. Damage is estimated at about 2 trillion Jamaican dollars. Professor King discussed several things he felt are critical to ensuring Jamaica can remain viable in an environment where a crisis is almost always on the horizon. He says despite competing priorities, the country would be wise to pursue a larger catastrophe bond.
So you get a bigger cat bond, it's more payment. You get more insurance, it's a higher premium. It's expensive. It's expensive at a time when citizens and other cabinet members are harassing the Minister of Finance because of security, because of public health, because of the condition of the road. So how can we justify having this additional call on the recurrent budget? Well, here's the thing. The cost is going to be paid anyway. The cost is paid when the hurricane hits, when the disaster comes. The question is not whether we can afford the additional recurring cost. The question is, do you want to pay it on an annual basis or wait till Melissa comes and then somebody has to pay for it all at once? It has to be paid for. You decide whether you want to wait till it hits and then we get another new tax package.
Professor Damian King, Executive Director of the Caribbean Policy Research Institute, Capri. Micro and small businesses are being urged to take full advantage of the 20% of government contracts set aside especially for them. The encouragement is coming from Finance Minister Favour Williams.
even if it's just, say, 25% of the projected set-aside amount was awarded to micro and small enterprises, that would represent $9.2 billion flowing into Jamaica's micro and small business sector. And that is not a small number. I believe that would be transformational. That level of participation would mean more contracts for micro and small Jamaican firms, more revenues circulating in the local economy, more jobs, more business formalization, and greater productive capacity. It would also mean that public procurement is working not only as an expenditure function, but as a development instrument.
She was speaking at a public meeting for micro and small business owners held in St. Andrew on Thursday. The meeting focused on informing businesses about the procurement process and how they can bid to secure government contracts. It was also designed to remove the misconceptions from the minds of small entrepreneurs who feel as if government contracts are only for big business people. Since 2019, the government has been reserving 20% of its contracts for small businesses, but the take-up has been lower than desired. Minister Williams says intense work is on the way to change this reality.
That is exactly what we're now moving to fix. The Ministry of Finance and the Public Service is working with the Public Procurement Commission to establish a system under which qualifying MSMEs can be verified in advance and placed on a readily accessible list for the use by procuring entities. Once that system is operational, entities across government will no longer have to start from scratch every time they wish to apply a set-aside. Instead, they will be able to identify verified suppliers more efficiently and with greater confidence.
Favour Williams, Finance Minister. Energy Minister Daryl Vaz says there must be transparency and accountability from the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, in light of its communication that its customers should brace for an increase in energy bills.
I've seen a press release from the JPS in relation to increases due to the Middle East war. Not surprising based on obviously the increase in the cost of fuel. However, I'm making sure that the OUR is on top of it in relation to the justifications and the amounts so that we make sure that there is transparency and accountability.
Daryl Vaz, Energy Minister. In a statement on Wednesday, JPS said the ongoing conflict in the Middle East is already impacting fuel prices, noting increases in the cost of petrol used for both transportation and electricity generation. The company says global oil prices have moved from about $60 per barrel in December 2025 to over $100 per barrel in March 2026. JPS says fuel-related charges on electricity bills are directly linked to current market prices, meaning any increase in fuel costs will be reflected in what customers pay. Member of Parliament for Central Kingston Donovan Williams has filed a claim against Councillor for the Raytown Division, Rosalie Hamilton, alleging defamation arising from a series of voice notes circulated on WhatsApp and social media and later disseminated more widely. The claim was filed in the Supreme Court by his attorney, Rodane Richardson. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
According to the particulars of claim, Williams, who also serves as a Minister of State and Attorney at Law, contends that Hamilton made and shared multiple statements on or about March 23, 2026, which he says falsely accused him of corruption, dishonesty, and abuse of public office. The claim asserts that the recordings were initially shared within a WhatsApp group of approximately 20 members, but were subsequently reposted across social media platforms and reported in mainstream media. The statements, as outlined in the claim, allegedly suggest that Williams engaged in improper dealings involving public contracts, misappropriation of funds, and fraudulent conduct. The claim further notes that some of the remarks implied involvement in serious criminal activity, including an allegation connected to the death of an individual. Williams argues that the statements were presented as factual assertions and were understood as such by those who heard them. He maintains that the allegations are wholly false, baseless, and without any evidential foundation. The filing explicitly denies that he has ever solicited or received illicit payments, engaged in corruption, falsified documents, or abused his office. The claim also places emphasis on the extent of the publication, arguing that Hamilton either intended or was reckless as to the likelihood that the statements would spread beyond the original WhatsApp group. It states that the subsequent republication significantly amplified the damage, exposing Williams to public scrutiny, reputational harm, and calls for investigation. Williams contends that the allegations have caused serious injury to his reputation, both in his political capacity and his profession as an attorney at law. He further claims that the matter has escalated into a national controversy, affecting his credibility, professional relationships, and personal life. The lawsuit alleges that Hamilton acted maliciously or with reckless disregard for the truth, pointing to the language used in the recordings and what it describes as a deliberate effort to damage his reputation. As part of the claim, Williams is seeking general, aggravated, and exemplary damages, as well as injunctive relief, interest, and legal costs. He is also asking the courts to consider various forms of evidence, including WhatsApp chat histories, voice recordings, and media reports. Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, Councillor Hamilton has responded to the defamation claim, suggesting it was factually and legally inaccurate. The response was issued by her attorney, Rita Camille Allen Brown. Allen Brown says her client explicitly denies publishing anything to the social media platform TikTok. As a result, she says it's legally and practically impossible for her client to take down content she did not upload. The attorney says liability on that platform for any amplified harm rests solely with third parties. The attorney also says that MP Williams' claim lacks required legal specificity, arguing that her client cannot apologize for statements which have not been provided. She says far from being a reckless regard for the truth, her client's statements were grounded in her experience as a councillor for the Raytown Division. It says her assertions regarding constituency projects, contracts, and Christmas work are matters within her purview. The letter says her statements were an exercise in absolute transparency, aimed at ensuring accountability and the proper administration of public resources within her constituency. And the attorney issued a cease and desist order on Donovan Williams on behalf of Councillor Hamilton. The cease and desist order alleges that the MP has engaged in repeated and unwelcome contact. It says as a result, Rosie Hamilton is fearful for her well-being and personal safety. A member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF has been charged with the June 2025 murder of a man in St. Mary. He is Constable Alwyn Hill. Constable Hill was placed before the St. Mary Parish Court on Wednesday in relation to a shooting incident while he was off duty. The incident, which happened on June 8, 2025 in Preston Hill, St. Mary, resulted in the death of Ricardo Small and the shooting injury of a woman. It's alleged the incident was sparked by a verbal exchange and a physical confrontation between Small and Constable Hill. The police constable was charged with murder, use of a firearm to commit a felony, and wounding with intent. He was granted bail in the sum of $750,000 with 1 to 2 sureties and reporting conditions. The next court date is set for December 3 this year. Since 2024, 61 police personnel have been charged for incidents investigated by Indicom. Of that number, 5 members of the JCF and 1 correctional officer have been charged since the start of 2026. Over 2,000 police personnel have been promoted in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. That's according to National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang.
More than 2,200 police officers, including over 250 gazetted ranks, have been promoted through transparent, merit-based system. This is not accidental, it is intentional. We have invested heavily in human resource development. In a focused way, recruitment has been expanded and training capacity has been increased. New training programs and certification opportunities have been introduced to ensure that every officer is equipped not only with the physical skills for the job, but also with the intellectual and ethical foundation necessary for modern policing.
Dr. Chang was speaking at the passing out parade and awards ceremony at the National Police College on Wednesday. He says since 2018, the JCF has recruited more than 7,000 individuals into the force. He notes that the current JCF is a model for all other police forces in the Caribbean and Western Hemisphere. He says the government continues to invest heavily in the JCF to meet the demands of modern society.
For decades, the Jamaica Constabulary Force carried the weight of long-standing legacy issues, outdated infrastructure, inadequate resources, poor working conditions, limited opportunities for advancement. Those challenges have been confronted head-on. We have restructured the compensation for police officers, ensuring that those who serve and protect are better rewarded for their sacrifice. We have strengthened staff welfare arrangements. We have established clear pathways for clearer advancement so that your progress within the forces is determined by merit, discipline, and performance.
Dr. Horace Chang, National Security Minister. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Dr. Kassan Troop, says nearly 100 persons remain in 8 school shelters following the passage of Hurricane Melissa last October.
From the report I have, we still have 8 schools that are active shelters. The numbers have reduced significantly. For the entire of the 8 schools, we only have 93 shelteries in our schools. So we have 1 with 3, 1 with 1, 1 with 1, 1 with 7, 1 with 8. The highest number is still at Petersfield with 40 shelteries.
Earlier in March, President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Mark Malaver, gave the local government ministry a 3-week ultimatum to remove shelteries from school grounds. He argued that housing shelteries and the students at the same time posed safety risks and undermines public confidence in institutions. Local government minister Desmond McKenzie fired back, saying the JTA was in no position to threaten or dictate the actions of the ministry. Dr. Troop says the shelteries are mostly persons related to school staff and students.
It's really significantly reduced in terms of the number of persons on our school compound. But I must say that we have been working with our shelteries. Our principals have put things in place to accommodate the people who we are helping as shelteries. They are parents and relatives of the children in our schools. They are relatives of teachers who work in our schools. So they are not strangers to the community. They are people that the school community know. We are grateful that as a ministry we can support our people of this country who are in need at such a time like this.
Dr. Kassan Troop, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education. International news now. U.S. President Donald Trump says he would again extend the deadline for Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz or have its energy plants destroyed. The latest extension comes after Tehran rejected a 15-point U.S. proposal to end the fighting. Posting on social media after a cabinet meeting at the White House on Thursday, Trump said he would pause threatened attacks on Iranian energy plants for 10 days, that is until April 6 at 8 p.m. In the post, he said the new pause was in response to an Iranian request. There was no immediate reaction from Tehran. At the start of the week, Trump announced a halt to all threatened strikes against power plants and energy infrastructure for 5 days. That's the news.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
7:17.
Rent or buy your hurricane supplies from Total Tools. Visit 102 Main Street, Outaris, 34 Slipe Road, Kingston 5, or Lot C6, Drax Hall, St. Anne's Bay. The temperature brought to you by Total Tools Jamaica is
25 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 25 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 19 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
Every professional reaches a moment when growth calls. A promotion, a new opportunity, a bigger vision. At Mona School of Business and Management, our globally competitive graduate programs, including the internationally accredited MBA, are designed for ambitious professionals who are ready to lead. With flexible delivery options that fit your lifestyle, advancing your career is within reach. Learn from world-class faculty. Connect with influential leaders. Transform your future. Visit discover.msbm-uwi.org and apply online for a graduate degree. MSBM, Global Knowledge, Regional Solutions.
Time now for Street Smarts 2 with Ludlow McLean. Morning again, Ludlow.
Good morning, George, and listeners, motoring public, all our visitors to the island, and those who are having a great time. I wish you all the best, and the transport operators, as usual, morning time. Again, motorists, please, I remind you again that Monroe Road, Wellington Drive, is not going to be easy going. Remember, there are laying pipes there, so as a result, you have a lot of build-up in that particular area. And as a consequence, you're going to find Mona Road quite busy and Olop Road just going towards Matilda's Castle. Whether you're going from Olop Road to get onto say Barber-Canola, even Hopeford in that area called the Matilda's Corner, there's a lot of traffic. So those of you who are going to the embassy for your respective appointment, just remember there are a lot of vehicles there trying to make parking and different activities are in that area. So I will avoid that area if I could. You know, you could make it through. If you want to go to Papine, you could go through Charlemont, and that's in the Hope Passes area, and you exit back onto Hope Boulevard and escape that area there. You know, similarly, if you're already at Old Oak Road, I would probably take it through Beverly Hills, Beverly Drive, Montclair Road, and I come back onto just in the vicinity of Long Mountain and exit just close to Mona Road there. And it's much easier if you don't want to climb the hill. That's a different scenario. But those areas are better because that Matilda's Corner is really a situation there. And those of you coming from Harborview, the roundabout again, that's where they have the build-up and bumpy ride again towards Michael Manley Boulevard via coming through the Floresville Glasgow Highway. And the other section, the work was done, they did some repair there. It's much smoother sailing there along Sir Floresville Glasgow. And likewise, Michael Manley Boulevard in both directions. I want to highlight there's an accident, motor vehicle collision there in the vicinity of Central Village that's going westbound towards Spanish Town area there. So that you might want to watch the build up for that's a motor vehicle collision in that particular area. Another concern is the driving at night. A lot of super bright lights there, and it becomes difficult to negotiate the potholes. So you'll find a number of vehicles are hitting potholes and losing tires and rims and all of that. You know, so the bright lights, and you have to contest them because some of them are really bright, George, and it really causes a problem. So I don't know what can be done. And then, especially over in Portmore, the lights, there are no street lights there. And a lot of the major roadways, there are no street lights, and it causes a problem. We hope that these things can be rectified as soon as possible. So, because the last report for the day, for the week, until Monday morning, 6:45, Ms. George is back into the studio.
Thank you, Lord there with Street Smarts 2. Up next, front page. Front Page is brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business. For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. You're now tuned into our discussion segment, The Front Page. On the front page this morning, we'll be talking about that advisory from the Jamaica Public Service to brace for increase in electricity bills amid the Middle East conflict. Now, the Jamaica Public Service Company Limited, JPS, is advising customers to brace for higher fuel prices on their bills in the coming months. This, it says, is due to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. The company says that the impact of the war is already being seen as the cost for petrol used for transportation and electricity generation has increased. It pointed to the dramatic rise in oil prices from $60 per barrel in December 2025 to over $100 per barrel in March 2026. JPS says that fuel prices on bills will change based on current market prices. It says if fuel costs go up, it will be reflected on the electricity bills. Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says there must be transparency and accountability from the Jamaica Public Service Company in light of its communication that its customers should brace for an increase in energy bills. What steps, if any, can the government take to cushion the blow of these rising energy costs to JPS customers and specifically to MSMEs? We're being joined this morning by the Minister of Energy, Darrell Vaz, the Chairman of Petrojam, Metro Siaga, and the Chief Technical Director in the Ministry of Energy, Transport and Telecommunications, Steve Dixon. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I was told that we're still trying to get the Chairman of Petrojam on the line, but welcome to the program, Mr. Dixon. Minister Vaz.
Morning to you, listeners. Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide this morning. While we try to get Metri on the line as well, Minister, let's start with you because you would be briefed on these matters. What's the situation in relation to Petrojam and the purchase of fuel? Has there been any impact?
So far we are doing okay with that because obviously we have a fuel stock that lasts us for 4 weeks at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I think what is important is the issue of the fuel cost increased based on the war. And what we have done, or what is in place actually, not done because it's standard, is that there is a pricing committee of Petrojam that meets on a weekly basis to review prices. And in there's a mechanism to suppress any kind of spikes or shocks, similar to what has happened here now in terms of the war. So basically, since the war, the Petrojam has been limiting the increase on fuel products weekly based on the pricing mechanism. They have a cap of $4.50 as a maximum increase per week, when in fact the real cost is closer to $20. So it means that Petrojam is subsidizing the cost to ease the impact on the economy and on the motorists. But as you know, that comes at a cost. That comes at a cost. And the longer the war goes on, obviously, is the bigger that cost will be. I got some preliminary figures yesterday, and so far, Petrojam has subsidized to the tune of $5 million, and that will increase weekly. So that is something that I want to make very clear, that when people see the prices at the pumps increasing, that it is suppressed deliberately through Petrojam to ease the burden on the consumers. So that's a very important point to start with. So you ask, what's the government doing? That would be the first thing that the government is doing at a significant cost. And obviously, Petrojam won't be able to bear that cost. Right? At the end of the day, obviously, the consolidated fund will have to intervene through the NI or whatever other methodology.
Right, because that was going to be my next question. It's a fluid situation with the war. We don't know when it will end, as you've pointed out as well. So I was going to ask, how much longer will Petrojam be doing this kind of subsidization?
Well, I mean, I've had a meeting with the Minister of Finance to brief her, and she's very aware of the situation and the variable costs, etc. And it is what it is. But the bottom line is we have a duty to make sure that obviously the economy continues with the least possible impact. I can't even imagine telling the people of Jamaica that fuel costs have gone up by $20 a liter. I mean, you know what fuel means in Jamaica and how emotive it is. So we have got to do what we have got to do, but it is important that the public at large understand that from day one, the government of Jamaica has been cushioning this blow. As it relates to JPS, I heard you quote me a while ago. We have memories of Beryl and the increases that were done without the approval of OUR. That won't happen again. So I'm sure that the signal that JPS sent out yesterday was obviously to alert customers of JPS of impending increase. But that increase has to be discussed and approved by the OUR. Also, in Beryl, they didn't put any cushion in there in terms of how they put that increase. They front-loaded it, if you recall, and there was an outcry from the Jamaican people. I'm sure under the new management of JPS and coming out of Melissa and what they did during Melissa, that obviously they also, like Petrojam, will try and cushion the increase and spread it over a period of time rather than front-loading it. So I don't think I need to remind them of that. I think they're very aware of that based on what transpired in Beryl and of course what transpired in Melissa.
We're up on the break, so let's take the break. When we come back from the break, we'll get in a chairman of Petrojam, who's now on the line, Metro Siaga, and the Chief Technical Director in the Ministry of Energy, Steve Dixon.
Jamaica live good, yeah. I make we enjoy life, while we feel safe at night. Jamaica live good.
Jamaica, stop the killing and give up the guns. Just live good now.
The time brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace is
7:30.
Upgrade your drive with Hyundai and Scotiabank. 4.99% interest, 0 fees, and 1-year insurance free. Choose from the Hyundai Venue, Palisade, Tucson, or Creta. Visit Kingston or Montego Bay showrooms. The temperature by Hyundai is
25 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 25 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 19 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
Attention contractors, developers and homeowners. Glacier White Corian Solid Surface is now at a special price. While stocks last, choose Corian for your commercial and residential projects. You won't regret it. It's durable, beautiful and long-lasting. No sealing necessary. Corian is the #1 solid surface in the world. Second to none. Visit Home International Limited at 104 Constant Spring Road. Telephone 876-755-1970 or 876-276-6448. Open Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Over a month ago, we invited you to be a part of something special, something different. And you know what? Over 500 of you said, all right, we're in. That means over 500 of you decided to move from just being a listener to being a part of the family. The Nationwide Family Club isn't just an idea anymore. It's real, it's growing, and it feels good.
And because family looks out for family, for the entire month of March, we're doing something extra. Every single week, one Family Club member will win a $25,000 supermarket voucher. That's 4 winners, 4 weeks, 4 real chances. Because when you stick with us, we believe you should feel it. Loyalty shouldn't just be appreciated, it should feel rewarded.
The Nationwide Family Club is where you, our listeners, come closer. Not just hearing the stories, but seeing how they're made. Not just listening to the voices, but connecting with the people behind them. In the Family Club, you get early access to documentaries, exclusive content on air, member-only conversations, birthday shout-outs, breaking news alerts, and depending on your tier, studio experiences and private live streams. That's not just regular radio, that's family access.
This isn't just a subscription, it's connection, it's community, it's saying, I support what you do, and I want to be closer to it. More content, more interactions, more behind the scenes, and no, more chances to win.
And if you've been watching from the sidelines, we've been saving a seat for you. Join today, be a part of the first 1,000 family members. And this March, you could be one of 4 people walking away with a $25,000 supermarket voucher. Go to patreon.com/Nationwide News Network, the Nationwide Family Club, closer than radio, stronger than ever, and growing with you, our family.
7:33, welcome back. You're on the front page. JPS has given notice to its customers that, look, the fuel component of your electricity bills will change. The cost will go up because we have to pass on the cost occasioned by the war in the Middle East and the impact on the price per barrel of oil. And they are putting out the sounds early, so customers should brace for that. Have with us the Energy Minister, Daryl Vaz, Chief Technical Director in the Ministry of Energy, Transport and Telecommunications, Steve Dixon, and Petrojam's Chairman, Metri Siaga. Steve, you've been here for a while. Let me go to you. For those MSME, the hundreds of them, perhaps thousands of them, members of the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Alliance, many of whom were gathered yesterday at a location in St. Andrew to hear the Finance Minister talk about them accessing the 20% of government contracts reserved for them. So there was hope coming out of that meeting. Now they perhaps feel downcast given JPS's notice and the big energy bills that are likely to confront them as they try to grow their businesses. What, if anything, is the government preparing to do on behalf of MSME to cushion the impact of what's coming?
Right. Good morning again.
Morning again.
Right. The minister spoke earlier about the immediate strategy in terms of smoothing the spike in fuel prices and electricity prices. What the ministry is seriously looking at right now is look at the existing program. We have net billing. We have the EV policy to promote moving away from imported fossil fuel and focusing and looking more at our indigenous resources, which is the sun. We recognize that solar PV plus battery, the prices have come down significantly over the past 4 to 5 years. And electric vehicles twin with solar PV plus battery provide an opportunity to significantly reduce not only transportation costs, but also your electricity costs that contribute to their business as well. As much as 50% reduction can be realized in those years. So what is it that we're doing? We're looking our EV policy to see how best the take-up rate for EV. Also to look at the net billing policy, which affords primary residential and also commercial customers in terms of using rooftop solar PV to assist in reducing their overall cost. But while doing that, we have to be cognizant in terms of JPS and the energy usage. And EV is a non-traditional load on the grid with growth sales, while at the same time helping the MSMEs to reduce their transportation costs. We're also looking at opportunity in terms of loans to facilitate this initial investment to put in this, similar to what happened with NHT and residential customers or homeowners. So these are things that we're presently looking at to fast track, to accelerate, to ensure that in the short term, that 6 to 12 months, they can benefit from these opportunities that are presently available.
I appreciate the 6 to 12 months forecast, Steve Dixon, but in the next 6 to 8 weeks, when the energy crunch is set to continue biting or to bite even harder than it is now, right, is there any lever you can pull for MSMEs listening to you this morning?
Right. So the 6 to 12 months is to make it far more efficient and effective. However, right now, the facilities exist. The facilities exist also where tax credits are also available once they are registered as a net billing. So what I'm actually speaking to in terms of the next 6 to 12 months is really about make it more efficient that the take-up rate can be of such where not only MSMEs benefiting from it, but I think the Prime Minister mentioned earlier about the target that we have of 50% RE, which overall will reduce our dependence on imported fossil, reduce the price of electricity. So it's really a holistic approach.
Yeah.
But what we're actually focusing on looking at now for the MSMEs is to allow net billing, EV, availability of low interest loans, that it can be more cost effective and the take-up rate can be advanced and accelerated.
So allow me to distill this thing, because I want the people listening to get it clearly. In the immediate term, you've spoken about medium term and longish term. That's fine. I have no issues with those things.
Short and medium term.
Right. But right now, next 6 to 8 weeks, you are saying that if you're an MSME struggling with what the JPS is sending to you, you can seek about getting a loan to put in the solar or the other alternative from the fossil fuel generated electricity to power your operations. Is that what you're saying? Steve Dixon? Look like we're having a problem with Steve's line. All right, we lost him. Metri, are you there? Good morning.
Good morning, George.
Yeah, right. All right. So, as the minister articulated before you came, he said, listen, for every liter of gas, the real cost increase that is announced on a Thursday is really $20. But Petrojam hugs up $15.50 of that. So it's only $4.50 is added on. It's a maximum. You've never heard that a liter of gas is going up by $5 or $6 based on the pricing mechanism that caps it like that. For people who, oh dear, Metro dropped. Steve, are you back?
Yes.
All right, the liners are giving us a hard time. All right, Steve, I was asking you. So I'm hearing you on the medium term issue. So I'm saying in the next 6 to 8 weeks, perhaps even 12 weeks, which will be 3 months, if this thing continues, and we don't know, the MSME can access loans to help them to put in the solar alternative to the electricity generated by the fossil fuel or the heavy fuel oil. That's an option available to them in the short, immediate term to deal with this thing, is what you're saying.
Yes, that option. So what I'm speaking to is how we can make that more economically feasible, where MSMEs are concerned. So the instruments, the system currently exists to facilitate, and we have seen an uptick in terms of persons moving to rooftop solar PV as a solution.
And the net billing is also growing as well, those signing up.
Yes, that is.
Is it slow or is it steady? The sign up?
It is slow, and that is the reason why I made mention in terms of the need to review, because before the net billing strictly does speak to solar panels.
Yes.
Right? It did not include batteries. And this is something we're looking at, and we have started the discussion with JPS that with solar PV plus battery, which is what exists today as a very cost-effective technology, or we can take advantage of that, and that customers and small and medium-sized businesses can also benefit from that investment.
Very well. Metri, I was asking you the question. Are you back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Yeah, right. So, based on what Minister Vaz explained, Petrojam is this guardian that shields the motoring public from the full brunt of the cost increase in fuel. So you hug up $15.50, you pass on $4.50 to the consumers, and of course marketing companies add their thing. So does Petrojam play a similar role where the electricity generated by JPS is concerned?
Yes, by extension we do, because whatever electricity is generated by fossil fuels that we sell to them, they are protected in the same way. So the answer is yes. However, I think it's an opportunity for us as a nation, George, to see that the direction that the government is moving in, to move away from fossil fuels, heavy fuel oil in the first instance, to our fuel that's closer to us, out of the United States, that's more stable, that's less volatile, with its main product coming out of the Middle East. It's a move in the right direction. So that's the first thing. The second thing is moving to more renewable energies such as solar and hydro and wind. This is an indication that these things can happen, do happen, and will happen in the future. And we have got to get ourselves more aligned with international regulations and start to become more self-reliant on the fuel that we use.
Yeah.
What's the cost suppression mechanics for JPS?
Right.
All that we do is simply sell the fuel. So we don't have the details of what they it's still the $4.50 that we regulate a maximum or a minimum movement up or down.
But two quick points, George Antonio. Remember also, that not all marketing companies buy their fuel from Petrojam.
That's right.
But no, they would, because of the fact they would hold their stock and buy at a cheaper price. So basically, it is right across the board that this cushion is taking place. Petrojam now, whenever they have to buy back fuel, which I suspect will be in a few weeks' time, then that is where the impact of the subsidy will come in. But for as long as the war continues and the price is being suppressed by Petrojam to cushion the economy, then obviously it extends to the marketing companies as well.
Tell me if I'm right, gentlemen, because I have to be mindful of those listening to me, and I want everyone to be walking along with all of us in lockstep. Given the amount of fuel that pours your vehicle for every cycle that you go to the pump, whether it's weekly or you go 2 times weekly, the impact of the $15.50 that Petrojam hugs up and passes on a maximum of $4.50, that is more pronounced in terms of the savings that you see as a motorist. But because you use so much fuel to power your house with your fan and your fridge and your AC over a month period, you may look at your bill and say, boy, you're not seeing the direct impact of the cushion, but you're saying that the cushion is still there, Daryl Vaz?
But remember, that JPS also has been moving away from heavy fuel oil.
And the LNGs, so the other things are in the mix, yes.
So they have a mix of fuel sources. So the $15.50 wouldn't impact them to the magnitude of how it would impact those who are fully dependent on heavy fuel oil.
Yes.
So, and the other thing is that has to be mentioned as well. Remember, originally it was 30% by 2030 for renewables. The Prime Minister moved that to 50% because he said he wanted to think big. So we have already done 100 megawatts that has been given out, awarded to 2 companies for the first 100 megawatts of solar. And we have the largest procurement about to go out for 220 megawatts of solar and 100 of battery storage. That in itself will be the largest renewable tender that has gone out in recent history. Jamaica being the one who is doing that.
Yes.
So that won't help us through the war.
No.
But what it will do is when that is effected, which will go by November of this year and be completed by first quarter of next year, you'll be talking about we will be at 30% renewables and climbing.
Yeah, but
coming from 12%.
Yes, coming from 12%. Metro, just for the record and clarification, the next delivery of oil that Petrojam takes, is it coming from the war zone or is it coming from our U.S. friends? And yeah, well, answer that first.
So we don't buy oil from the Middle East as a general rule, but we don't know where our oil comes from that we buy. Sometimes when we buy from the U.S., sometimes we buy from Brazil, sometimes we buy from Colombia. So it really depends. However, what Petrojam uses to buy price are the guidelines that are set internationally. So whether it's Henry Hub for LNG or other international standards that set the price for oil. What we are doing is we're buying at the best possible prices that we can when we have to buy. We have some long-term relationships, but they are all set to these international benchmarks.
Yeah.
And just for the listeners, George, just for the listeners,
yes,
both the supplier of LNG, which is converted to CNG for the buses, and of course LNG for a number of industrial and manufacturing plants,
yes.
The supplier has committed in writing that there will be no disruption and that supply will remain normal. And similar with our Petrojam relationships. So we don't want any panic in terms of more panic than what's happening right now in the world and the anxiety.
And
to indicate to Jamaica that we are on top of it. We are doing everything to cushion the effects of it, and we will keep the country advised every step of the way.
And again, it's a question more for the record than anything else, gentlemen. The war situation makes I don't want to call it wheeling and dealing or horse trading because it's far more sophisticated than that. But going around and finding the best price, Metri mentioned best price, is more difficult now than under normal circumstances, obviously, Metri.
Yeah, but George, I want you to understand what the minister just said. It is very, very important.
Yes.
Petrojam has never intends to run this country out of fuel. If we don't have fuel, the country comes to a stop.
Yes.
The minister has just said something very important, that we have secured our availability to get the fuel, which is the most important thing.
The price is a factor. The price is the unknown factor.
Correct. And for us to sit here and tell you anything else would be really great speculation. It depends on the work would stop tomorrow and things. But we have, and just to end on a positive note, we have seen the pricing starting to stabilize. So that's good news for Petrojam and for the motoring public.
Hear you on that. All right, gentlemen, thank you for your time this morning. Steve Dixon, Metro Siaga, Daryl Vaz, appreciate your company.
All the best.
All right. Good. 7:50, we take a break and come back with more.
For all your scales and food processing equipment, call Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited at 876-968-9612 to 5. The time by Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited is
7:50.
Hawkeye is protecting homes, businesses, and communities with trusted security solutions. The temperature by Hawkeye, securing what matters most, is
25 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 25 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 19 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
Jamaica's largest tile selection just got even bigger. Discover what's new at Active Home Center. With our latest arrivals, it's easier than ever to make your space truly unique. Explore ocean blues, botanical greens, and soft sandy neutrals that bring a calm, effortless vibe. From bold patterns to sleek, large format tiles in glossy or matte finishes, every room makes a statement. Shop now at Active Kingston and Montego Bay. Active Home Center. More savings, more choices.
The Cannabis Licensing Authority, CLA, in partnership with the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, has introduced amendments to the Dangerous Drugs Interim Regulations to address barriers preventing local growers from entering the regulated cannabis sector. The reforms aim to make Jamaica's medicinal cannabis industry more inclusive and accessible, especially for small and traditional farmers. They include 2 new pathways: a special community permit for groups of small-scale growers with simpler, lower-cost requirements, and a cultivator's transitional permit, which allows traditional farmers to gradually meet full regulatory standards. Joined we are this morning by President of the Ganja Growers and Producers Association, Maurice Ellis. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, George. Good morning, Tana. How are you?
We are good. Is it a good day in weed based on the recent changes?
Every day is a good day in cannabis. Every day. But these days, we see a light at the end of the tunnel, which is not a freight train.
Yes. Give me some details, though, because for practical purposes, let's deal with the first one, the special community permit. What's the practical benefit of this change coming now?
Well, George, when you look at the DDA, right? What the amendments really mean, right? It represents a long overdue shift towards inclusion. Because as you know, for years, small and traditional ganja farmers have been effectively locked out of the legal industry due to high costs and complex compliance requirements. And what these changes do is begin to lower that barrier, particularly to reduce the new permit categories tailored to smaller operators.
How long have you lobbied for this change?
Since 2014, basically. But you see, it is important to be clear enough. This is still not full access. It's more of a structured pathway into the legal system. where farmers can really begin to participate without immediately meeting every regulatory requirement.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, it's really a step in the right direction, but it's still work in progress.
All right. The reason I'm asking again, Maurice, and nothing is wrong with the answer so far. So give me some more. When I say a special community permit, give me a practical example. So Tawna and myself are we're in up in the hills in Clarendon, and the police come and we tell them that we have a special community permit. What will that allow Tawna and myself and our 5 or 7 other brethren to do?
Well, what it will essentially allow you to do is cultivate without having the fear of being locked up or persecuted. Long and short of it, the community permit segues also into the transitional permit. But what it really means is grassroots farmers. If you look at the majority of the cultivators, because the GGPAJ has over 3,000 members dedicated to ganja cultivation and production. And what it really means is that the lower cost to enter the legal system, right? So in terms of the fencing, you don't necessarily need to have an 8-foot high fence or security guards and stringent security systems.
Yes.
Right? So those have been part of the barriers to entry, along with capital and access to land.
When you say community, Maurice, so if 13 of us are in the community with air quotes, all 13 of us have to have our name on the permit, or we call ourselves ganja communities. So is that the name that is there, and then the constituent members of the ganja community would have something to show that they are part of that community? I want to get an idea of how the credentialing work.
Because the CLA did mention issuing IDs.
Yes.
Absolutely, you're absolutely correct. You hit the nail on the head. But there will be, when it rolls out, there would be something similar to registration, right? So you register, and we're developing a bridge, so to speak, with the Cannabis Licensing Authority and the Ministry of Industry in order to ascertain how the ID system will work and be rolled out for the ganja farmers.
So Maurice, in terms of harvesting now and the transportation, because it says with the special community permit, like that community of ganja growers has to be attached to like an operator. But to get the ganja from where it is to the operator that you're selling it to, does it say anything about how you should transport the marijuana?
Well, typically, as it stands right now, the CLA is responsible for monitoring harvest. So this particular aspect of it is currently being developed, right? It's still work in progress. However, harvest will be monitored and controlled in the closed loop system of the CLA, and this allows for the traditional farmers to have some amount of market accessibility with licensees. So, for example, if both of you have harvested your crops and you dried them, and now you're ready to sell them, now you would have to contact the CLA, let them know that you have your harvest, it's ready, and that is presented to the licensees, and it creates that sort of trading platform that you can actually start making a livelihood out of what you do.
Just going back to the question George asked about the sign with the, a ganja growers community group with 10 people, does that have to be placed at the location where you're planting the marijuana? Because what I'm trying to get at is, what if a group of police show up to the location, to that particular field? What happens there?
Every location is specific to the registered farmers. So if you are a group of farmers and you have identified a plot with 2 to maybe 10 acres, right, then that would be pinned as a legal cultivation site, right, under the community permit.
Yeah. So that parcel of land at XYZ in XYZ community designated as such. So there can be no argument about whether or not you're permitted to do this activity here.
Precisely. So what we have to work on with the farmers is compliance after that, right? Because that is the thing. Training, the way how the CLA operates is that there are certain requirements and guidelines that you really have to follow in order to meet compliance. So compliance is going to be, I foresee, a bit of a challenge with some of the traditional farmers because there is documentations, there's an administrative aspect that will have to be followed.
Maurice Ellis, President of the Ganja Growers and Producers Association. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Maurice.
Well, thank you for having me. Have a good day.
All
You
right.
too.
Good.
It's time for Hot Listings, Nationwide 90 FM's on-air classifieds, made for quick ads and fast results.
Ants in your milk? Or maybe you have a rodent infestation. Whatever the pest, check Reedy's Pest Control. If you've got pests, put us to the test. Call or WhatsApp 876-807-7067. That's 876-807-7067.
Front Page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
8:01.
From the mountainside to seaside, countryside to townside, inside and outside, it's across Jamaica this morning.
Taking you across Jamaica this Friday morning, Friday, March 27, 2026. It's set to be a rainy weekend. The Meteorological Service of Jamaica says there will be an increase in rainfall across the island starting this Friday afternoon through to Sunday. Sections of most parishes, primarily those in the south and northeast, are expected to experience periods of showers and thunderstorms, forecast to be heavy at times. These are expected especially during the afternoon. The Met Service says this is a result of a trough currently across the Western Caribbean. It's expected to linger until early next week. Fishers and other marine interests, especially inshore and offshore the south coast, are advised to exercise caution as sea conditions will deteriorate in the vicinity of showers and thunderstorms. In Portland, members of the anti-lottery scam unit of the Specialized Investigation Branch have arrested and charged 3 men in connection with lottery scamming activities in the parish. Charged are 22-year-old Jaheim Smith of Anchovy Land Settlement, 30-year-old Delroy Howard, also of Anchovy Land Settlement, and 26-year-old Kimani Pollock of Kildare, Buff Bay. Reports are that during coordinated searches of the men's residences on March 23 and 24, the police team seized several electronic devices, including cell phones and other items believed to be used in the commission of lottery scam activities. An analysis of the devices revealed identity information belonging to individuals suspected to be residing overseas. A Mercedes-Benz and a Toyota Mark X were also seized during the operation, along with over $300,000 in cash. The men were subsequently interviewed and formally charged under the Law Reform Fraudulent Transactions Special Provisions Act 2013. Their court date is being finalized. In St. Catherine, the Improving Rural Livelihoods Through Resilient Agri-Food Systems project implemented in the farming community of Kidsontown has concluded. The closure and handover ceremony was held at the St. Catherine High School on Thursday. The $1 million project was implemented by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, in collaboration with the Government of Jamaica and support through the India-UN Development Partnership Fund with coordination from the United Nations Office for South-South Cooperation. Under the project, over 200 farmers benefited from hands-on learning in protected agriculture, livestock management, entrepreneurship, and food safety. FAO says the project has strengthened agricultural practice in the community through a combination of training, productive assets, and enterprise support. It says the Livelihoods Project leaves behind a community equipped with the skills, resources, and infrastructure to sustain and expand agricultural production. The project also strengthened agriculture programs at St. Catherine High School and Tatius Golding High School, where students engaged in training and applied learning, positioning youth as active contributors to the future of agriculture. The FAO says this was further supported by the establishment of climate-smart production systems, including protected agriculture units with integrated rainwater harvesting, greenhouse production, poultry, and small livestock infrastructure. Beneficiaries were supported with livestock, feed, equipment, and inputs, strengthening their capacity to sustain production and adapt to climate impacts. And that's it for Across Jamaica.
Remember the first time, the first glance, the first touch. This Easter weekend, rediscover that feeling at Couples Resorts. Escape to a couples-only all-inclusive paradise with gourmet dine-in, premium cocktails, and unforgettable ocean views, all included. Jamaican residents can celebrate your Easter escape with exclusive rates from $405 USD per night, valid through April 30th. Visit couples.com/residence. Couples Resorts, like the first time, every time.
TP Deco's Craft with a Difference pop-up is the place to be on Sunday, March 29 from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the lawns of Devon House. Come and buy for discounted local arts and craft, beauty and wellness, apparel, Bickle Village, prizes and surprises. Music by DJ Cash Batik with host Daindra Harrison. Admission is free. That's TP Deco's Craft with a Difference pop-up, Devon House, March 29. For more information, call 876-382-9031.
The following is brought to you by the National Housing Trust, the key to your home.
Don't miss a beat with your mortgage payments at NHD.
Let's be real. Managing a home, a job, and a million other things can cause you to forget a single date, no matter how important. If you have an NHD mortgage, forgetting that payment can be a major source of stress. But what if you could prevent the panic? Here are some simple, practical tips to make sure you stay on track with your mortgage payments.
Kim, today's what date?
Marie, why you frightened me for? It's Monday.
Date, not day.
Oh, the 14th.
Oh no.
What happened?
How this catch me, man? It's always the first of the month, every month. Oh man.
You worry me now. Is what happened?
NHD mortgage not pay yet. I don't know how this reached me. May have it right down. See it here? The first of every month.
Maybe that's the problem, Mar. Why you don't make an arrangement with them to pay automatic? And you don't have to worry about it every month.
It crossed my mind, you know. But I can't find the time with everything else that's happening.
Well, you better try find it. Because this is the first time you miss. But to how you move of late, it won't be the last.
Try not put your mouth on me. This can't reach me again. Suppose me lose my little house and have to come live with your Kim.
Live with who? So the phone here. 888 call NHD.
Thank you for calling the National Housing Trust. How may I help you?
I really hope you can help me, sir, because I don't know how this happened to me. I had so many things happening this month. School fee for pay, insurance, mommy, doctor bill, and in all of that, I forget my mortgage. Please do. Tell me it's not too late.
Okay, let me check. At the NHD, we understand how life gets sometimes. when was your last payment? Is your account up to date?
Yes. If it's one thing about Marie Susanna Dalworth, me always pay my mortgage. Well, except for this month.
That's great, Miss Dalworth. I see you have been making consistent payments.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to worry too much about this month, as your payment was due on the 1st of the month. But you have up until the 15th of the month to pay without incurring any penalties, like interest.
That's good to hear. I have a little breathing room so I can make the payment today.
Well, since I have you here, let me just tell you of the different ways in which you can pay your mortgage so you can stay on track with your payments.
Okay.
First is salary deduction. You can visit any of our offices, complete a form authorizing us to request the payment to be taken directly from your salary each month. It comes to us before you even see it, getting rid of the temptation to spend it. It's seamless, and you never have to remember a date.
You know, I remember hearing about it during my loan interview, but I figured I could do it myself. I'm definitely considering this as an option right now.
Perfect. You could also do a standing order at your bank. You could go to your bank or online banking platform and arrange for recurring payments to be made to your NHT mortgage account on your chosen date each month. You control the date and it runs automatically from your account.
Thank you so much, sir. This is a real weight off of my shoulder. I'm going to come in and settle my current payment today and make a plan for those in the future. My house is the biggest investment I have, so I have to do everything I can to keep my keys.
Okay, that sounds good. Don't miss a beat with your mortgage payments when you pay the 1st of every month. Visit your nearest NHT branch or our website at nht.gov.jm for further details. Or call us at 876-929-6500 or 888-CALL-NHT.
Don't miss a beat with your mortgage payments at NHT.
The preceding was brought to you by the National Housing Trust, the key to your home.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to help us grow our business and build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come with me. Let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. Now, Tip Friendly Society is a non-profit-based insuring society for all persons employed in the field of education. The society was established in September 1997 and is registered under the Friendly Societies Act of 1966. To date, the largest friendly society in Jamaica is Tip Friendly Society. As at December 2023, audited financial reports, their asset base is 6.25 billion, loan portfolio is 4.6 billion, member savings 3.5 billion, and they serve a membership of over 26,000. For more on the offerings of Tip Friendly Society, I'm being joined by the branding and communications manager at Tip Friendly, Ms. Reseda Pitta. Good morning to you, Reseda.
Hi, good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide this morning. So talk to us about Tip Friendly. It has been serving Jamaicans for decades. How would you describe the core mission of the organization today and how it has evolved to meet modern needs?
Thank you for that. Well, a part of our core mission is to improve the well-being of our members and staff while also contributing to the development of the wider community. So at its core, Tip Friendly Society has always been about the people, supporting Jamaicans through every stage of life. And while our foundation is built on community, trust, and financial support, our mission today has evolved to focus on the financial empowerment and inclusion. So we're not just helping members to save or have access to certain types of benefits anymore. We're equipping them with tools, knowledge, and opportunity to ensure that they can build long life-term security in a modern, fast-changing environment.
And your focus is on education. Talk to me about that focus.
Well, we're a financial institution that serves persons employed to the education sector. So you have some that might just serve a specific sort of employment to the education sector. We serve everyone employed to the education sector. So our scope revolves around ensuring that this membership base is not left at the wayside, and because there are different tiers to those who might be employed to the sector, we do our best to often ensure that we include something for everyone. So we have a flexibility in our products and services just to ensure that we are continuously meeting the diverse needs of our members.
And let's talk about it. What are the products and services offered at Tip Friendly?
So at our core, we offer loans, savings, and insurance. Insurance being our main driver. We offer group life, family indemnity. There is something that you can take out for your spouse. There is something that you can put aside for your children. Our loan services products are also very flexible. We have some high-yielding saving products as well. We have our Tip for Wealth, which gives you 4% per annum for 12 months. We have a long-term savings product also called our Lock and Key, which operates kind of like a fixed deposit. You contribute a minimum of $10,000 monthly towards it. You hold it for 24 months, and you can earn up to 5% on that. The longer you keep it, the more interest that is accrued on an annual basis, compound interest on an annual basis.
Wow.
So again, it's a lot of diversification in our products and services, again, just to ensure that we are doing our best to meet the diverse needs of our members. Because you might not want something 5 years. You might be more comfortable doing something for the 12 months or something for the 24 months. So we try to ensure that there is something to meet the needs of our members every step of the way regarding the journey that they're on.
And I see your buildings here in the city, but where else can Jamaicans find a tip-friendly office across the country?
Thank you for asking that. We have done our very best to ensure that we are situated across the island so that we maintain a good amount of accessibility to our members. So we are not only just located in Kingston, which is our head office at 80 Harper-Tree Road, we're also located in Manchester. We have an office in Ocho Rios and Montego Bay.
So Manchester, Kingston, Manchester, Ocho Rios, and Montego Bay.
Montego Bay, that is correct.
Right. So if it is that our office is not in your parish, one is next door to
and
your
you can
parish.
also reach us online.
And they can also tell us about the online platforms.
So we do have online banking. If there are certain things that you want to check your account and do certain transactions online, or online banking is able to facilitate that. Also, if you're interested in becoming a member, you don't have to come in branch. This is something that can be facilitated online as well. We're very reachable by phone and email. So sometimes you don't have to come in branch to get certain transactions done. We do our best to ensure that we're meeting our members at every available touch point, just to make it more flexible and accessible on their part.
And give us the email address and the telephone number for Tip Friendly Society.
All right. So our email address for the head office is mktgsales@tipfriendly.com. Telephone number is 920-8339 or 929-1710.
So, Rosita, we should also tell our listeners, if they've not been, keenly paying attention to that Tip Friendly is also a sponsor in terms of Nationwide's school tour. And to ask you this morning, Rosita, what motivated Tip to sponsor this initiative, and what impact do you hope it will have on students across Jamaica?
Well, our decision to support the Nationwide school tour was very intentional because it aligns perfectly with our commitment to youth development and education. We saw it as an opportunity to connect with students across Jamaica, not just to raise awareness about TIP and who we are and what we do, but to also contribute to their personal growth and financial awareness. So the impact that we're hoping for is long-term. We want to be able to help young people to make better financial decisions earlier, and showing them that organizations like ours, we exist to support their future. We're here to serve as a partner and walk hand in hand with you throughout this financial journey.
Mm-hmm. And the outlook for TIP over the next 5 years?
Oh, wow. So looking ahead, I believe our focus is going to be on growth with impact. And what this means is just expanding our reach, strengthening our digital capabilities, because everybody is online now. There's a lot of fight for the eyes, and, continuing to innovate in our products and services just to ensure that we are continually evolving in how we meet the needs of our members. So it's going beyond just the typical loans, savings, and insurance. We want to commit to, deepening our community impact, especially in areas like financial literacy, youth engagement, and membership experience. We're hosting a few financial wellness webinars this year. We are re-engaging with our youth audience. We're hosting a lot of events geared to that target market, just to ensure that we're focused on building habits for financial sustainability that will carry them throughout the rest of their lives.
Yeah, financial literacy, very important.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, Rosita, thank you so much for coming on this morning. You had a final point there you wanted to plug in?
Yes, thanks. So ultimately, we want Tip Friendly Society to be known, not just as a financial institution, but as I stated previously, as a trusted partner when it comes to improving the quality of life of Jamaicans.
Rosita Pitter, Branding and Communications Manager at Tip Friendly Society. Thank you so much for your time, Rosita.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, we take a break here on NTM and come back with more.
Don't miss a beat with your mortgage payments at NHD.
Stay on top of your NHD mortgage payments when you pay by the first day of each month. The time by the National Housing Trust is
8:22.
Fontana Pharmacy has a wide variety of items from pharmaceuticals, household, cosmetics, toys, and more. The temperature by Fontana Pharmacy, it's all good inside, is
26 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 26 Southwest in Montego Bay, and in Mandeville, 21 degrees Celsius.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Get ready, because we're having 3 days of deals.
Visit us in Crossroads from this Thursday to Saturday for incredible savings on your favorite items. Need a gift for someone? It's the perfect time. Or sprucing up your space? Now's your chance. Put fun in your shopping with 3 days of deals. So don't wait, or these savings may pass you by.
Azan Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
If you have an objection to this marriage, speak now or forever hold your...
Don't do it, Tevin! I still love you. I have since the day we stole your mom's car and got matching dolphin tattoos.
Oh, Lordy. Janelle? From Spring Break 08?
Yes, it's me.
Janelle, you've got to move on.
We're like the wedding guest that doesn't ruin the ceremony. CG United Insurance. Good like that.
All right. Today we are exploring the wholesome goodness of a beloved breakfast classic, milk. This is no ordinary milk, though. Today we're talking about one that takes brand Jamaica seriously, and we're referring to True Milk, the 100% Jamaican milk, which moves from cow to carton, no in between. Joining me is Head of Marketing from the True Milk team, Lauren Mahfood. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Have you had your True Milk since you got up?
I have. Had it in my coffee.
Had it in your coffee. All right, cool. All right. As I noted just now, True Milk is 100% pure Jamaican milk from cow to carton. Tell me about the process moving it from the cow to the carton.
So yes, that's correct. True Milk is 100% pure Jamaican cow's milk from start to finish. It begins on local farms where cows are naturally fed and carefully looked after right here in Bogwalk, Jamaica. The milk is then collected and processed at our factory where it is packaged under strict quality controls. So there's no additives in True Milk cow's milk. It's just pure, fresh Jamaican milk from cow to carton, 100% cow's milk.
100% Jamaican, 100% pure. Just how versatile, though, can Jamaican milk be? I mean, people pour it in a glass, pour it in a cup, drink it. I'm sure there are other ways in which we can indulge in True Milk.
Absolutely. So like I said, I had it in my coffee this morning. True Milk is very versatile and can be enjoyed in many ways. It's great with cereal, maybe in porridge for breakfast. You know, it also works well in smoothies or maybe even shakes for people who are on the go. You can bake, you can cook with True Milk, you can simply just enjoy a cold glass with your favorite snack or dessert. So it is a really, really versatile product, and it can be enjoyed in so many ways.
Speak of the nutritional value of True Milk, Lauren.
Absolutely. So each serving of True Milk gives you 7 grams of protein and 15% of your daily calcium, making it a nutritious choice for the whole family.
I'm told that that True Milk owes much from moving from cow to carton to the endeavor, the work, the ingenuity even of a special set of ladies that have been dubbed the True Milk Crew. Tell me about that group of women.
So yes, the True Milk Cow Crew. Where would we really be without the real stars behind True Milk? So the cows on our farm, we refer to them as a special set of ladies. They actually produce the fresh milk that goes into every carton. They're naturally fed and carefully looked after every day because we believe at Tradewinds that happy, healthy cows produce better milk, and that's exactly what our customers get with True Milk.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I've seen it. everywhere pretty much that I've looked. I've even seen it when I'm not looking because it's so ubiquitous. But just to extend the point, Lauren, True Milk available where? Here, there, everywhere, where?
Yes, it's available everywhere. So in supermarkets, grocery stores, wholesales, you can find it anywhere you go shopping. And it is available in our convenient 1 liter Tetra Pak packaging. And we also have it in chilled milk. So for those who prefer, chilled milk, we have those options in the True Milk line. And we also have the shelf-stable True Milk, which gives you 7 months shelf life. So you don't need to store it in the fridge. You can store it in your cupboard or on your shelf until you're ready to consume it.
And is this only available locally, Lauren? Is there anybody outside of Jamaica that can get this particular taste of Jamaica to indulge in?
Currently, no. It's only in Jamaica at this time, but who knows? We may begin exporting one day. But right now, our focus is on Jamaica. I mean, we've just entered into the dairy market with this product, and we definitely want all of our Jamaicans to experience the 100% goodness of True Milk.
Excellent. Well, as Lauren says, True Milk isn't just any milk. It's fresh, it's pure, it's 100% Jamaican. And they say it's simply the best, with the coolest cow crew, ensuring the production is done just right for you. You need no invitation to experience the smooth, creamy taste of True Milk today and support the product that is proudly Jamaican. Thanks so much for joining me this morning, Lauren. You're head of marketing.
You so much
All the best to
me.
you.
You too.
And have another cup of coffee and pour some more True Milk in it.
I'm going to. It's the best recipe.
Excellent.
All right.
So be sure to choose the milk that's best for you. True Milk from cow to carton. You can follow at Tradewinds Citrus. That's at TradeWindsCitrus, or on all the platforms for the latest updates and promos. True Milk, cow to carton. Yeah, the blue and white box there. It's everywhere. Have a box.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
8:30.
Every day, Rosie has a glass of fruit drink with breakfast, an energy drink on the way to work, a flavored water with lunch, and 2 glasses of soda with dinner, which adds up to more than 50 teaspoons of sugar a day. And all that extra sugar could bring on obesity. Are we drinking ourselves sick? 71% of Jamaicans support a tax on sugary drinks. Help tackle obesity and protect our children's future. A message from the Heart Foundation of Jamaica.
The heart of Jamaica moves to a beat. This year, it's the same heartbeat of community, guiding hands with the sound of resilience. To rebuild, that same slice is now wrapped in a different story for a community in need. Tasty cheese, tasty beat of Jamaica.
Buy Tasty Cheese today in store. Help rebuild Jamaica.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies, including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
From the biggest tracks to the biggest energy, Nationwide keeps it moving. If you love the vibes, come and lock in with us for real.
World boss, leave a prison could stop me.
Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Practice. God, me say you watch you over me practice.
Over a month ago, we invited you to be a part of something special, something different. And you know what? Over 500 of you said, all right, we're in. That means over 500 of you decided to move from just being a listener to being a part of the family. The Nationwide Family Club isn't just an idea anymore. It's real, it's growing, and it feels good.
And because family looks out for family, for the entire month of March, we're doing something extra Every single week, one Family Club member will win a $25,000 supermarket voucher. That's 4 winners, 4 weeks, 4 real chances. Because when you stick with us, we believe you should feel it. Loyalty shouldn't just be appreciated, it should feel rewarded.
The Nationwide Family Club is where you, our listeners, come closer. Not just hearing the stories, but seeing how they're made. Not just listening to the voices, but connecting with the people behind them. In the Family Club, you get early access to documentaries, exclusive content on air, member-only conversations, birthday shout-outs, breaking news alerts, and depending on your tier, studio experiences and private live streams. That's not just regular radio, that's family access.
This isn't just a subscription, it's connection, it's community, it's saying, I support what you do, and I want to be closer to it. More content, more interactions, more behind the scenes, and no, more chances to win.
And if you've been watching from the sidelines, we've been saving a seat for you. Join today, be a part of the first 1,000 family members, and this March, you could be one of 4 people walking away with a $25,000 supermarket voucher. Go to patreon.com/Nationwide News Network, the Nationwide Family Club, closer than radio, stronger than ever, and growing with you, our family.
Okay. It's 8:35, and it's time for another draw in the Nationwide Family Club. Michelle, do I go right to it now or what? Yeah. King, watch Michelle. Michelle, give me a fight, so you have to watch Michelle. All right, so Michelle, give me a fight. All right, so remember we promised that we would give a $25,000 gift voucher, 1 to 4 people in the month of March. We've given away 2 already. One of the recipients called us this week or last week? This week to say that, yeah man, him go supermarket and him shell down the place, with him voucher, yeah? So we have 2 more to give away this morning. Remember, patreon.com/Nationwide News Network. That's where you should go to sign up to the Nationwide Family Club. We have different tiers of membership, given what you can afford at this time, because we're not making no assumption about the strength of your pocket, the strength of your cash. So we have different tiers, and we invite you into the Family Club because this is your way of supporting Nationwide 90 FM and the work that we do. We got a call from Dawn. I got a call from Dawn yesterday while I was at Case, and Dawn said the only reason she joins the Family Club and she signed up to the Patreon platform, she wants to do her small part to keep Nationwide on air, and she felt it is her duty. So we love the reflection of people like Dawn because she understands how important this is. And if you're a Family Club member, we're not compelling you. If you can afford it, you do it, If not a problem. But if you can, support us by going to patreon.com/Nationwide News Network and give us your support through whatever tier you can afford at this point in time. So Tona Thomas, the lady of the house, she run the place, just there pass through more while. You understand? She run the place. So she's gonna draw the next 2 winners of gift vouchers valued at $25,000 as a reward to our Family Club members.
Can we get some music?
Give me some tune, the King. I make you story box. You have a story box, Well, on, Tony, know your hand small, but your hand small enough for this, Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah,
man.
can work.
Yeah, man, can work. King, come now. Hold on, you have to shake it at the mic. Make friends and hear the thing and shake. Shake it again. Yeah. Story it, Tana. Story it. Oh, by the way, before you read the name, Tana, let me tell the viewers and listeners that this draw is sanctioned by the Lotteries Commission. Sanctioned by the Lotteries Commission. Okay? If you can spell, King, you're so correct. If you can spell what I just said, you'll win a $50,000 supermarket voucher.
Go on again.
This is sponsored by the Improvement and Lotteries Commission, okay? Good.
Here we go. So, the first winner for this morning is Aman.
Aman, what's my last name?
A woman.
Aman, a woman. Murder.
All right, so the winner, first winner for this morning is Orlando Peters. Congratulations to you.
Orlando.
I did a picture, Tina.
Yeah, Orlando. All right, my G.
So congratulations to you, Orlando Peters.
Yes.
Here we go again.
Orlando. Shake. When Tana got never knows this weekend, she's gonna say, may I have a shake?
All right. Here we go.
We are.
So the next winner is Glenroy Griffiths.
Glen. One Glen Rye.
Congratulations to you, Glenroy Griffiths. So it's Orlando Peters and Glenroy Griffiths. $25,000 for both of you. You each get $25,000 supermarket voucher so that you can go and shop and stock up your fridge and your cupboard. Courtesy of Nationwide 90 FM. So as usual, Orlando and Glenroy, reach out to Nationwide 630-1210. Or if it is that you're listening now, you can reach out to our studio lines 630-937-124 or 618-6730 so that we can arrange for you to get your voucher.
Hey, SWA in the chat says, when I said Proven and Lotteries Commission, she says, Proven and Lottery Judge. I feel like giving you the prize because you're brave to try. You're brave.
Proven and Lottery.
Yesterday, the E-Zone people had on. They were doing an interview with Verlando Small. You heard the interview?
I didn't, but I did see a picture online.
Man. So 2-time Grammy nominated and things. So I tell them, I just message them and say, "Oi, make sure you tell the crowd I'm my nephew, you know." And they were like, "Yes, George, we will." Yeah, man. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, my sister's son.
Whoa.
Yeah. They don't make you think him talented.
Oh, Listen. I just know you're not gonna start.
Yeah, man. So he has a Mother's Day show coming up at Philip Sherlock.
Like, you know.
Yeah, but better looking, but yeah, a good boy, man, a good boy. That one, a good nephew, man. That's a good boy.
He's incredible. I remember him from Rising Stars.
Yeah, man. So I give you a joke. One day, we were in the barbershop, my barbershop.
Mm-hmm.
So my barbershop, Cliff Cuts is there.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy and ball him head there. Sometime can ball him in the yard. You know, Baba complain about Jeremy and say, boy, from Jeremy and get balled. Jeremy and stop come up there, you know. Because Jeremy start shaving here. Jeremy is a wicked man. Hello, sir. What, Mr. King, where you may tell me lie them, but you keep quiet. Here, sir. So the man said, so we at the barbershop now. So the place full now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Ras, my barber David Banton, Cody and Patrick. So I don't know what was going on the TV. So one of them I say, boy, you know, say the Rising Stars thing water down now. But I say, yeah, man, real talk, because I see a man with a man a blow and I win Rising Stars. So each one of them a jump in. Well, Patrick was the only one who wasn't saying anything. So I say, yeah, man, that's true, man, because Rising Stars of a DJ and sing, man, so man become a blow instrument and what kind of something that? No, so Rising Stars gone to the dogs. So make them did them talk and them talk. Them just say, The youth who win the Rising Stars we blow the instrument there, you know. I'm a nephew. Silence. The year man say. The year man say. You better with the band still.
Of course, I try to save face.
Where's the version? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Try to save some face.
I see a face.
But I tell you, you know, in general in Jamaica, when you go to a barber shop and a salon, you hear so many stories.
Hello,
you don't have to say anything, you know.
No.
Just come in, go your desk.
You hear them now?
Oh.
I've got many calls for settle arguments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I run at the back, run at the nail section. I get a foot shot or a hand shot or a facial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I get a little wax. You understand?
Yeah.
And man, them come around and knock on you. Yo, Judge, you know man run this out. I mean, I say, brethren, me soon circle the body.
You have to come settle the thing.
I will settle the dispute. So, big up everybody at Charmaine's Day Spa, located at Mary Brown's Corner. It's upstairs, Richie B's Wholesale, and below the pool. What the pool place name again, King? What name? Hot Shots Pool Bar. King, you know me never go up there? I've never been upstairs there. I mean, I trimmed this for about 20 odd years. I've never been up there. Yeah? But yeah. One Charmaine, one Ross, one David, one Patrick, one Cody, man from East. Big up on yourself. All right. Janelle sent something. Read the family club. Is that?
Not seeing it.
Hold on there. King, I'm going to see. Oh, yeah. The roll call. Yeah, so she wants us to do the roll call. So the new members this morning. Tam. Justina Morris. Welcome, Justina, to the family club. I can imagine they call you Jess or they call you Tina. Justina Morris, good morning to you. Welcome. Is this my friend Ronald Grant? I had a friend named Ronald Grant who worked in a particular area. I won't say where. When I was a young reporter, that man gave me so many stories, told me so many things happening in his area. Everything, you know, boy, he was very important to me in those early years. Ronald Grant. Ronnie, good morning to you, sir. I hope it's you. If it's you, big up yourself every time. And then listen to this name, Michelle Mitchell. I like this one. I wonder if you come from Michelle Town. Yeah? Michelle Mitchell, MM. Good morning to you. You know that you're the Michelle that we love and appreciate. My Michelle here, she gave me some problem. I have to go put a stoppage to Michelle, you know. Michelle McCray Smith, now go on good. You understand? Michelle Mitchell, good morning to you and welcome to the family club. And
welcome.
Yeah, for this Friday, March 27, what are they likely to see if they go on the Patreon platform, Tona?
So there is a Lifetime that is being uploaded, a Lifetime interview. Dr. Carolyn Gomes OJ is a prominent Jamaican human rights activist and pediatrician known for co-founding and leading the advocacy group Jamaicans for Justice from 2002 to 2013. Of course, she's recognized for her fighting extrajudicial killings and defending rights, winning the UN Prize in the field of human rights in 2008. So that will be uploaded to the family club space today. Also available now, the Joseph Joe Matalon, Muta Baruka, Carlene Davis, Roy Ryan, Leslie Blair, Bishop Don Taylor interviews in terms of Lifetime interviews as well.
Excellent. Hear this now. This is a most Jamaican message, you know. Edgar Gordon says, George, Orlando Peters, I think, was a cricketer who played for Jamaica. He is my cousin from Maypen, son. Listen to that, you know. He is my cousin from Maypen, son. But you sure is Orlando Peters played for Jamaica? My memory says it's Odelmo Peters. I remember the name is Odelmo Peters, not Orlando Peters. So I don't think this Orlando was a cricketer for Jamaica, but I'm certain that Odelmo Peters played for Jamaica. That's a unique name, Odelmo. I'm not going to forget it every time soon. But only a Jamaican would say, I'm a cousin from Maypen. So I love it.
And James Long says Ronnie's from St. Mary.
There you go.
Okay.
St. Mary, man, I am saying one, man. I'm a G, man. that man was a gem. Somebody says, George, wax? Yeah, man, then here the problem now. My armpits especially. I can't, you know, people shave it. To me, are the most struggling thing to do because you can't really get it. And, you know, you hate to when you hold up your arm, your hands, and then you see a little piece of ear left. It looks sickening to me, so I just always get it waxed. Yeah. So the woman, them go and them put it on and it drops.
Yeah. Them just have make sure What you're waxing?
No, but it's full body grooming, and this is the problem. And this is the problem, Tana. Why?
Like,
you
say wax? Wait, not wax.
I give you a quick story. Back in the day when I was the parliamentary reporter.
Yeah.
See, so when I go post cab, if I didn't wear a blazer, shoes pristine, pants pristine, belt pristine, shirt pristine, tie pristine, bracelet or cufflinks, and watch, and my nails, you know me, I always do my manicure and things, so my nails sharp and thing trim up and thing, because post cab me I go, important people are going to be there, whether PNP administration or JLP administration, so you want to look the part. All right, good. There were some girls whispering, I said, well, on there. Then, him look so, him funny. So I said, well, on there, so only funny man take care of themselves.
What the hell?
Yeah, and that, you face a lot of that. So because you take care of yourself, people think that you are absolutely not so well on there. So my woman no deserve to have a man touching her with clean fingernails.
Exactly.
Would me have black on my nail for like me mechanic? Or me born cool? Or me born cool? Yeah? Even my friend them who are mechanic, Max and Ziggy, them man don't have dirty fingernail either, and them man they are mechanic. So I'm just saying, so you take care of yourself, you do facial and all them. They work on TV, them must look good.
Yeah.
How they come, sir? So is only such man them take care of themselves? No, sir. Not at all.
Decorate like a designer with BH Paints. The time brought to you by BH Paints is
8:49.
These arms are mine. They are lonely, lonely and fielding blue. These arms of mine. Yearning for wanting you, and if you would let them hold you, oh, how grateful I will be. These arms of mine, they are
night. We're at a Saturday night.
I got some money cause I
just got paid. And I wish I had
someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Dig this. I got in town a month ago. I seen a lot of girls since then. If I could meet them, I could get them. But as yet I haven't met them. That's why I'm in the shape I'm in. Here another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had someone to talk to. I'm in an awful way. Now, another fella told me he had a sister who looked just fine. Instead of being my deliverance, she had a strange resemblance to a cat named Frankenstein. Here another Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money cause I just got paid. Now how I wish I had some chick to talk to. I'm in an awful way, yeah. It is another weekend.
Anyway, people, we're not bad man. We're going to prove so we're not bad man now. Tune in to Mayor's Parlor on Sunday at 1 p.m. You understand? Because, well, I know, King, well, I know, I hear, you know. Remember, you know, say, man, resign, you know. The man tell me, saying resign, you know. So somebody has been impersonating him very well. I hear them impersonate him last week, and they're said to impersonate him again this week, because next week, because the man resigned. The man resigned with immediate effects in Gawan next station. We don't hear him yet. We don't know if he now work out in contract or whatever, cause you know what I mean? But the man who's impersonating Desmond McKenzie on a Sunday has been doing a good job. The man that impersonates him a Manchester United fan, for sure, man take it far. The man get the hairstyle, the glasses, everything, and a dance. Desmond dance. Yeah, if you never know better, I think of Desmond himself. So tune in at 1 p.m. on Sunday for the Mia's Parlor with a man who imitate the Mia. You understand? And then Mr. Senna, every man say resign. Okay? Okay.
You can almost listen, it's that time of the morning to tell some very special people happy birthday. Seeing here, happy birthday greetings going out to Corporal Denise James Kelly at the Falmouth Police Station, ACP Wayne Josephs in Kingston, DC Christopher Walden in Falmouth, Florence Gordon in Falmouth, 76 years old today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday as well to Chase Morgan in Falmouth, Anne-Marie Brown in Falmouth, is this Jenny Gomez Hibbert in Falmouth, Mikhail Jackson, Ryan Scale in Trelawney. Happy birthday. And now to the birthdays coming on Saturday. So happy birthday when it comes to Sheree Baker and Sab, Richard Main Kingston, Carlene Johnson McLeish at Secrets Hotel. All of these greetings are coming from Sergeant Wayne Wallace. And this one says, happy birthday greetings to Mrs. Melzada Carter, Auntie Zadie over there in Georges Valley in St. Elizabeth. Happy birthday to you. Also from Sergeant Wayne Wallace over on Facebook. Happy birthday to Jelaine Clark, Chanel Smith, Kevin Dunn, Anastasia Scott, Persia Asset Perry, Owen Cross, Monifa Henry, Lisa Bell Clem, Renisha Eccleston, Rochelle Williams. Today is Delia Harris's birthday.
Delia! Morning, queen. Morning
to you. Happy birthday. Wishing for your lovely one. And happy birthday as well to Thompson Marlon or Marlon Thompson. Happy birthday.
All right. Kevon Daly messaged me early this morning to say he wants to send special birthday greetings to his spouse, Kimmery Bent. So Kimmery Bent, I hear you're 31 today, and the husband said, boy, life wouldn't be the same without you, and that you are the special thing that he deserves in life at this phase of living. So Kimmery Bent, your husband, Kevon Daly, sending happy birthday greetings to you as you turn 31 on this. He says it's a special day because it's your born day, and the day can't be a bad one. All right, Kimmery Bent, all the best to you, coming from Huzzy Kevon Daly.
Gatti MC sending happy birthday to Trudy Milado Shaw, wishing for you long life and prosperity. You're such a sweetheart. Big up yourself from your UTech family. So happy birthday to you, Trudy. This one from your UTech family and Gatti MC.
All right, so I saw there's a birthday greeting in advance for Bridget. Them say Bridget's birthday is Saturday. So Bridget, happy birthday to you when it comes on Saturday. All the best to you. Happy birthday when it comes. Dennis Spence says, Brother McTarna alone dance a offbeat. But Dennis may dance for the ladies.
Period.
So Dennis may not understand Dennis. Where am I dancing for? Pick up yourself, Dennis.
Good morning, Dennis.
Kirkland Thames says, happy anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Thames. 44 years strong. Wow, 44 years of wedding anniversary. Yeah, man. Happy anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Thames, coming from children Kirk, Diana, Prince and grandchildren. So Kirk, Diana, Prince and the grandchildren sending happy wedding anniversary. It happens on Saturday for Mr. and Mrs. Thames. All the best to you. 44 years strong.
And Joyce is sending happy 40th wedding anniversary to Dorothy and Garnet Samuels, celebrating 40 years tomorrow. So happy anniversary when it comes. God's continued blessings on your union. Greetings from Joyce Cephas.
See Miss Naomi now, so she's the Thames in the missus. She is Naomi Thames, and she says, George and TT, tomorrow is my 44th anniversary. Beres and Naomi Thames. Yes, Mr. Beres, Mass Beres and Miss Naomi. Happy wedding anniversary when it comes. 4 and 4 and 4 more, yeah? Yeah, about 4 and 4 and 4 more, for sure, yeah? There you go. Happy anniversary when it comes, Naomi Thames.
Happy anniversary.
And the husband, Beres. Big up yourself, Beres.
Eugene Delavante sending happy birthday to Chevy Tahoe in Frankfield, Clarendon. Greetings coming from Chevy in the USA, Chevy Silverado in the USA. So happy birthday to you.
You don't realize what I'm going. Those are Chevy Tahoe, Chevy Silverado. Those are car brand names. Yeah. So happy birthday to Chevy, the Chevy Tahoe in Frankfield, Clarendon, and greetings coming from the Chevy Silverado in the United States. I mean, like that. It bad.
So happy birthday to you. And Everbless Otis sending happy upcoming birthday to his daughter Atisha Bennett, who will celebrate her birthday on Sunday. So happy birthday when it comes to you, Atisha Bennett, from your dad, Everbless Otis.
Cause I want. Barbara Ellington, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Leroy Rotty as usual. Hey, Leroy, fling shot off of me every morning. Leroy, I'm going to report it to the FLA, I swear. You understand? Because you're not using your firearm. Well, I shouldn't say that in the mechanics. People think Leroy a firearm. A slingshot, Leroy a fire. All right, pick up yourself, Leroy. You're a good youth.
Yeah. You're just dodging pebbles.
Blur it. Brat, you sit down and take up for me. Back. Michelle, take a leaf out of Tana because your Tana take care for me and I take up for me. Yeah. Go.
If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary as well.
And remember, on Sunday, from 1 to about 9 o'clock, the man they don't play through the night. Like, if you play one segment for Tana, one segment for Jermaine, one segment for me, they didn't play one segment for three hours together. So the man impersonating Desmond McKenzie. So Desmond McKenzie frame, Desmond McKenzie clone, Desmond McKenzie stencil, Desmond McKenzie hologram. All of them will be playing on Sunday inside the Mia's Parlor. Alright? Good. We're not bad man, we are promoting show. Because we are promoting film, chop him down. Yeah?
As we wrap, Winsome Nemard Shaw sending happy birthday to her husband, Leroy Shaw. Leroy Shaw, it's your birthday today, and your lovely wife, Winsome, is sending you happy birthday greetings and saying to you that she loves you. So happy birthday to you.
How much time you gonna knock on the ceiling, Tana? How many times you gonna knock on the ceiling? How many times? Me say how much time?
Oh my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh my sweet things means you'll meet me in the hallway. Oh, twice on the pipe means you ain't gonna show. If you look out your window tonight, holding the string with the note that's attached to it.
Knock 3 times if Desmond dead.
Read how many times I saw.
Hey, what are they going to report him to the St. Andrew, the food people, because I sell rat pies in their mayor's parlor. You understand? Desmond McKenzie is selling rat poison in the mayor's parlor. Alright, and if you lock it down. Alright.
Oh my goodness.
I think I alone can report people to KSMC. Eh? Where is Robert Hill? Good morning, Town Clerk.
Good morning. Sonia Dennis sending happy upcoming birthday to her sister Brenda Grant. So Brenda Grant, your birthday's coming up. So an early happy birthday to you.
MDL says happy birthday to Everbless Otis's daughter. So Everbless Otis's daughter is celebrating a birthday, and greetings are going out to her from MDL. Yes. Delia McDonald, Ministry of Local Government. Oh yes, Sunday's our birthday, yes. So Delia McDonald or the ministry, yeah man, Sunday's your birthday, happy birthday to you, yeah? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. When it comes up on Sunday, all the best. So hear message me now. What are the king before we know overtime, but hear the message man sent to me. It's only one time this week my name was not called and it was Wednesday. The man I check it. The man I listen every morning and I check.
It's an audit.
Why not just join the family club and done? Our number one fan is Desmond McKenzie. Yeah, that's hold on. You may wonder now, I wonder if the real Desmond McKenzie is. Because man say resign and so I don't understand. Here, tune this. Desmond Mackenzie inside Mia's Parlo on Sunday. We now have to promote it because when they go full. Yeah, you bias people them. Yeah.
Listen, we gotta go.
Johnny Adams.
Let's drink
To the hard-working people. Yeah, we're not respond to Michelle. We're not taking the program from Michelle. Alright? Anyway,
You guys have a great weekend. Have a great weekend. We'll be back to do it all over again on Monday. I'm Tana.
Be a troublemaker.
Good morning.
to the salt of the earth. Say a prayer for the common foot soldier. Sparrow thought.
It's time for Hot Listings, Nationwide 90 FM's on-air classifieds, made for quick ads and fast results.
Need your garments altered? Come to Annie G's. At Annie G, we alter all male and female garments professionally. Call 876-858-7908. That's Annie G's. 876-858-7908.
That was Hot Listings on Nationwide 90 FM. Listings start as low as $1,500. Call 876-630-1210 to book yours today.
Fearless and fair. Nationwide 90 FM.